Hello and welcome, potentially back, and if you're here for the first time, welcome in general to Cinematic Epic Overture of a New Age, a story of heroes trying to make their way through a chaotic world and, well, stop a few bad guys along the way. We've seen some fun stuff. That recap had a whole bunch of things going on, and we're going to be jumping into all of that soon, but this is a big thing. I'm going to be your host, your GM of the evening. I'm Adam, and we're going to have a lot of fun dancing through characters and the world that we are in. Now, to kind of help set the tone and the atmosphere of everything that we're going to be doing, we're going to have some cool visuals, some cool sounds, and things like that. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun. But the important part is that you're here with us, and so for that, we thank you. One of the big things we're going to set up is with our sound, and that is not possible without Tabletop Audio. It's a great website that just has a bunch of stuff that you can listen to, from sci-fi sounds to instrumentals and musics for just about every setting. Bar fights, haunted forests, creepy caves, and it's just absolutely awesome and a great tool for any atmosphere that you're trying to set up at your tables, whether they're online or at home. And so it's going to be a lot of fun as we get into this session here. And one of the big things is what is the party going to be doing with these hooligans that were found at the bar? They're going to have some choices jumping into the sessions, things that they're going to have to, find in. Who's the mysterious man who beat Jin up? I mean, like, I'm not going to complain about rolling well, but, oh, we have some fun here for sure. One of the things that we do need to do is re-meet the party, because you might be new. You might not know who we're talking about. So let's get some of them in here. There they are. Look at their faces. They're bright and smiling, at least for now. And let's introduce ourselves, starting off with Orlenna.
Okay. My name's Alicia. I am playing a character named Orlenna. She is a quirky elf from the Elven Kingdom of Orvathius. She's about 5'10" tall. She has tan skin, long dark hair, and bright violet colored eyes that she can use to see in the dark. When fighting, she plays a more supportive role because she doesn't want to get in the fight, shooting arrows from afar, only getting close when she needed for healing, or if someone gets close to her and then she has no choice. At a young age, she discovered that she has an affinity for baking, so she always has snacks and found that she can imbue baked goods with magical properties. Last time, I made muffins in a community oven, and they ended up tasting like meat, which wasn't preferred, but they still did the job. She's here in Ambervale in search of an herb she needs to create a baked good that would, like, ultimately help make her strong enough to avenge her parents. But at this point in the journey, she's inadvertently made herself leader of this group, which probably was a mistake, but we'll find out. And even though she's gotten to the middle of the fight, she made it. She survived. She's going to make it through.
All right, that's exactly what we want to. What we want to be hearing. You're maybe a terrible person. Next up, we have another potential murderer in the group. We have Hedera. Hedera, tell us about yourself.
All right, my name is Jasmine. I am playing Hedera. She is a forest nymph druid. She's about 6 feet tall, green skin, red hair. She is the queen of the neighboring forest. She's usually the protector who stays in the forest, but some recent trauma has caused her to venture out to join this little quest to try to see if she can work through and heal. Some of that healing comes in the form of possibly turning people into trees, possibly growing trees through them. I don't know. We're trained people, and that's just, we're gonna move past that. Her fighting style is obviously earth magic. with trees, apparently, is the most successful form. So yeah, she's just here trying to heal and developed her own strength again, find her own strength and reground herself, like a tree.
Yeah, I've got to find a little sense of self, and
Like a tree.
regrow, if you will.
Exactly. Add some
But
more
we
tree
have a
puns
few.
in there. Let's, add all the tree puns. So.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. If we got to find more. But we do have another party member to meet. Some say his new name is Window Smasher. Some say he is Break Mug, but his official title and name are officially Breakspear. Take it away.
Hi. So I'm Ian, and I'm going to be playing a character named Breakspear. Breakspear is a Draculin, coming from the far sandy city of Talmarin, and he is tiny, as everybody likes to point out. A small 4'1" individual. So imagine very small, scaly, kind of a dragon and a hobbit having a small, weird thing together. That's what Breakspear is. Okay, wow. Okay, maybe I should use a different thing, but we'll move right past that. So Breakspear is here, and he is trying oh so hard to prove that he is more than just what he is, what he seems to be. And that's really how Breakspear is.
You heard it here, folks. The genetic lineage of a hobbit and a dragon.
I'm gonna regret that so much later.
What have you done?
Definitely come back around.
What have
have
you
one more
done?
All right.
You should
Moving
never
on.
have said that.
We do have one more person to meet. The crown prince of laid out in the streets. That would be Jin.
Hey y'all, my name is James, and tonight I'm going to be playing Jin. He's a human from a distant community called Hermit's Hollow. He's 5'8", and he has locks that are bound up on top of his head. He wears a vest that has a hammer sigil on the chest, and his arms and legs are bound up to his elbows and his knees in cloth. He's a martial artist that focuses on hand-to-hand combat, and he's been traveling around this land, adventuring, trying to gain strength so that when he comes back home, he can participate in a grand tournament, to see who's the strongest. But last time, as we already heard, when he was here, he fought against another martial artist and lost, and now he is obsessed with finding this man.
Some, little redemption arc here, a little on the personal side, a little kind of sweet. But no, we're gonna have some fun. These are the parties, and this is cinematic epic. So bringing these characters to life is the main way of play. A lot of the bonuses, they all have their little abilities to help kind of guide and bring the characters to life in combat, but for the most part, the game is about bringing out that role play and just playing that character realistically. And with that, it is time to jump into the session here. Let's get it going. So, as the party returns to the city, you're able to get a night's rest and eat. Jin, don't worry. You have eaten. And the next morning, you are awoken at the normal time that you would all kind of start getting up by an emissary from the one of the local guard units. Is Orlenna here?
I'm here.
Oh, good. We have the prisoners that you had requested to interrogate. Yes? No?
The elves or all of them?
Well, it seems most of them had decent alibis. Even when pressed, had nothing of note. I can bring them in, of course, but seems most of them are in a wrong place, wrong time kind of scenario. But one of the people seemed to be in the group of this mysterious runner. We weren't able to find the runner, but it seems he's the last of the group. I guess his table mates were in the back corner, and one of them was stabbed through the heart, and the other is a tree now.
Yes, definitely them. That's the right people.
Okay. So would you like me to bring this person somewhere?
Where would be the safest place to interrogate them?
I mean, that's kind of up to, I guess, however you want to conduct yourselves. There's a bunch of places we could bring them. Off the top of my head, we could bring them to, we could bring them to one of the interrogation rooms. If you wanted to maybe do it in a more public way, we could bring them to the town square. A little public scrutiny always kind of loosens people up a little bit. And the last one is, there was a cellar down in one of the old wine cellars. That's kind of creepy. So yeah, that's kind of where I can bring them. Which of those three places do you all want me to bring them?
Since you said you all, I'm assuming that everyone's here.
Well, I feel
I
like
think
the
I
cellar
think the
might be
cellar.
the most secure. Yeah.
I guess
there's
that
no
in.
square, but I
If
think
he
might
starts
have been
screaming,
outvoted
he's
for-
not going to be heard.
You were gonna say the square, but I mean,
I was
what
gonna
if he
say the
if he
town
gets
square,
away?
but-
Then he'll get away.
That's true, but I was.
Oh
thinking
no,
a
I'm
public-
saying the cellar. If he starts
Yeah,
screaming,
I
he's
was,
not
I've
going to get
been,
away.
I've been outvoted for.
Oh no, 'cause she was saying town square, but I said town square. If he gets away, he gets away.
Yeah, this is true. So yeah, we'll
Someone
do
could come in
Why
to
would
help.
he be screaming, Breakspear? What would he?
Because it's
Why
Breakspear.
wouldn't there? I mean,
Yeah, you got to do a little.
we gotta get information out of him one way or another. I
All
mean,
right.
All right,
We can
well,
start
don't look at me
forest.
like that.
let's go cellar.
You know, you got to do a
All
little.
Because I was not gonna go town square. So sorry.
The cellar? Perfect. We'll bring him there.
A little bit of a,
And
We could just start a whole forest with them,
the guards bring in the main person from the back table. They do inform you that they can bring in the others if needed, but for the most part, like I said, they've kind of checked out. So this is the elf from the back table. You guys good from here?
Mhm.
Perfect. There you go.
You mind leaving behind a dagger real quick? Just a small.
No. What is a small
I can
dagger
borrow
to someone
yours,
that's 4 foot
right?
tall?
What do you
You
need
know
a
what?
weapon for?
We're just asking questions.
Just to make certain we get
right now.
bits and pieces of information out of him.
You stand in the back. You guard the entrance.
Well, anyway,
What are they
here's
supposed
your
to be
prisoner.
doing then?
Okay,
Alright.
just don't try to stab me. Okay.
This can't be legal. What's going on here? You're those ruffians from the bar. Don't leave, guard. Come back.
Oh, I've been waiting for this moment.
Wait
I haven't.
a little bit longer.
Go ahead, Orlenna.
Me?
You're in charge,
Okay.
though.
I'm not in charge of this, but it's okay. So, what were you and your friends doing in the bar? Don't
I
say
was
you're
just-
here for the art festival, because I don't believe it.
I wasn't gonna come to some art festival. It's way too expensive. But when someone's gonna pay for you to come, I mean, come on, like, you're not gonna turn that down. The entry fee alone can be up to 200 gold.
And yet you were in a bar where it
So-
charges 50 gold for a glass of apple juice?
I didn't pay for a single one of my drinks.
So,
Well, who
who's
did?
paying for
Then,
all of these things?
That guy that
Well,
left
she said.
us.
What's
You mean
his
the
name?
one who ran off?
He didn't tell me his name.
So
Let
this
me get this
mysterious
straight.
man and gets you to come to the festival, pays for everything. You don't question who he is or why he wants you at the festival?
I make 15 gold a year if I'm lucky. So yeah, someone offers me a bunch of $50 drinks, and like, I mean, the stuff he was gonna pay for. Like, I mean, that's once in a lifetime. But I guess maybe it wasn't worth it.
Hmm.
Where'd you meet him? He had to find you
He
somehow, right?
came
Yeah,
through our
where'd you meet him?
village. We live at the base of the mountain range, on the trade route to here, across the flats. Jin, you would be aware of the towns that kind of sit like on the bottom ridge of the mountains. It's kind of a place where people will settle in general, just because it's kind of in the assumed protection of the more warrior like clans, tribes, and monasteries of the peaks.
Okay.
I mean, and he just came through the town, and it was just offering to anyone. And I think some of the other guys came. I wasn't like familiar with him, but like he's a tree now, I guess. But he was from our village.
Are there a lot of people in your
What did he
village that
tell you his name was?
make that much money? How is he
Um,
gonna pay?
he he said his name was Ricard. That's it. And I'm sorry. What was your question about money?
You said you barely make 15 gold a year. So he's from your town. How did he get so much money?
No, the tree guy came from the town.
Yeah.
He was being paid for as well.
You're saying that this guy, Ricard, was paying for all of y'all to get into this festival.
Yeah, look, he even paid for the bartender to only serve apple juice the whole time. We were supposed to just drink, and we were supposed to be ready. I didn't know it was going to be for a fight.
Be ready? He just said be ready. What were you expecting to be ready for?
I thought, I don't know, art or something. It's like what the whole thing's about.
Have you been feeling any different
Huh?
since you drank the stuff yesterday?
I mean, I got a bit of a sugar rush when I was in holding.
Was he paying you all directly in gold to attend, or was he just paying for your entrance and for everything into the festival?
It wasn't direct gold, no. It was all just our stay in the inn and our drinks, our tickets. I mean, and there was going to be more.
Was there
What
anything
Kind
else?
of bummed, honestly.
Was there anything you were
What
supposed
more?
to bring
What
with
more
you?
did he promise?
We were supposed to go to some of the major shows. The Grand Theater unveiled. That's the first time it's ever happened. No one else who's hosted has been able to accommodate a stage that large. It's supposed to be like an insane production. So, some of the scalp tickets alone are going through 3,000 to 4,000 gold.
Jen, did you have a question?
Was there anything that he wanted you to bring with you into the festival?
Um, yeah. Yeah, he was very particular that we made sure that we didn't bring nice apparel. Um, it was only supposed to be stuff that looked like authentically, worn. Um, and then just the darkest robes that we could find.
Well, that's not suspicious.
Right. You didn't
Let me
question
ask you
why you
something.
needed dark robes?
I
He didn't.
I
He didn't question much.
no.
Clearly.
I mean, frankly, uh, you get
Is it
offered
safe to
what
say that
he's.
he was trying to make you dress like him?
I mean, maybe
My question
his
is
shoes
this:
were nicer.
Where were you all staying? Did you stay with him the whole time?
He has me put up in the nobles district here in Ambervale.
Was he staying there too, though?
No, it was just the other guys from the table.
So you don't know where he was staying?
No, I
But he paid for
wasn't gonna
you
ask.
to stay there.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How long have you
Hmm.
been traveling with this guy?
I really haven't traveled with him. He came through the town, told us to meet at the Amber's Ale down in the trade route post. We met him there. There was a few other people, some of the other ones that were in the bar, and then uh, we came up to the pop up bar.
Hmm.
Okay, and what were the things that you were most excited about seeing that he was going to take you to?
I mean, it's all a little bit past my own like understanding. Really, I didn't even know half of these shows existed. I kind of never bothered to care before. It just seemed so not something I was ever going to be able to do.
But
Hmm.
all the major things.
I mean, anything he was going to be paying for, I was excited to do. I guess if I had to pick one, I was really excited to see the Mages Guild. I hear they do some stuff that makes you question what is reality.
Hmm.
Was there like a schedule or anything like that? Do you remember what the first thing you were going to do was?
When the event opened up, it was we were gonna peruse some of the lower end affairs. He just told us to kind of do what we want. We didn't really have like a set itinerary. Um,
Until when?
the only thing he said was when he bought tickets for things, um, and he rifles through his little like satchel he has. These are the tickets he bought, and he hands them to you.
So these are the
The
events that you know
tickets.
that he will be there.
I mean, those are the ones that he got for me. I don't know what everyone like got ticket wise. It's not like we talked as a group a whole lot. It's not like we were friends either.
So you all just sat in silence at the table in the bar?
I, yeah, for the most part, like it's not like the guy didn't scare me. I just wanted to see more than the base of a mountain.
So where are these tickets for?
The tickets are for the grand stage show, the Mages Guild, the Battle of the Bards, and then the last is the only. This is one that also hasn't been in any of the other art shows, and it is an Ambervale exclusive. It is fought in the arenas, and it is a show of like different fighting styles and martial prowesses put to the test in a gladiatorial esque environment.
Jin's like, hey, this guy gonna see this. Um,
Okay.
have
Okay.
you seen this guy's face?
He always wore a mask when we met. And I get it. That should be a red flag, but you understand how unachievable any of this is to me. I wasn't just about to miss out on it. I,
Okay. Okay.
I
I
mean,
have. Okay. So, okay. He put you in the same place as where the nobles were staying. Did he take you over there, or did he just tell you that's where you were staying and you went over there?
Yeah, he just
That-
told me the name to tell them and gave me a key to the room.
So after he gave you your key, where did he go? What direction did he go in?
I guess, yeah, we met in the in at Amber's Ale. We came to the pop-up. That's where he gave us the keys, and he didn't follow us into the city.
Okay.
So he might be staying outside the city. But what was the name of that hotel you were supposed to be staying at?
The one in the Nobles District, you mean?
Yes.
King's Rest. It's one of the larger inn taverns they have there.
Do you think if you were in this guy's presence again, you think you'd be able to tell it was him?
Probably not. He like I said, I mean, average height. You know, I guess if you got everyone moving, he's quick. When he moves, it doesn't feel like normal people.
Jin's nodding vigorously. Yes.
That's something you would know, wouldn't you?
Don't.
Do you still have the key he gave you?
To my room?
Yes.
He's just rifling through his bag. Yeah, no. Oh, God. All my stuff is... Oh, no, he told me not to lose the key. Oh.
The tree man?
I guess, yeah, he might have had it. Is there an exception about losing keys if the guy holding them turned into a tree?
I don't know if that's in the rules, buddy. I'm not sure.
You might want
Heard
to
that
check
number.
with you might want to check with the front desk about that. Do we have the stuff that belonged to the tree man? Did he?
No, it was not
Can
found.
we check the bag?
The man's
Can we
body was
check
never
the bag?
found. I don't know if we'll find this man's stuff.
He might not have had it on him at the time of the fight. Okay.
Well, not
was
our
told
camel.
not to
He
lose
came,
it.
he
Not to
came at
lose
me.
it.
He came at
I was
me.
told not to lose it.
It is
I-
not my fault. He is a tree now. Or
Look, we will
whichever.
talk. We can
Not-
talk about
Not our
barfight etiquette
camel,
some
not
other
our
time.
caravan.
I just want to know if we can check the bag.
Hmm.
Can we check
My
his bag?
bag?
I didn't know he had a bag. I didn't know he had a bag.
Yeah,
feel like-
you can look through my bag.
Hey,
Sure.
man, let me see that bag.
Oh my god.
You don't have to be so aggressive.
As you
Oh.
look through his bag, it like to a T. You're almost kind of like depressed going through it. You're like, oh man, these are the best things this person has. It's silver pieces, it's copper pieces. They've clearly kept things that like look like maybe they could be valuable. And there is like an extra shirt in the bag, and the extra shirt he has is barely better looking than the shirt that he's wearing.
Hey,
Oh.
is there anyone else that this guy paid for that wasn't
else is
with
still
your
alive?
group that escaped?
That's not a tree.
Not that I know of.
Going back to the
It was
tree.
just the guy from my village, and then the other guy that got stabbed through the heart, as I've been told.
I just want you to know I don't condone any of this kind of
It's with
savagery.
self-defense.
Oh my god, you
Look,
white one.
With
Shut
self-defense.
Without him helping
Okay.
to pay for my room, and I mean, of the tickets there's not actually a ticket to get in. I'm not going to be able to afford to stay here. You can keep the tickets, but do you have some gold for me to get home? I just don't want to have to walk.
How much gold does it cost for you to catch a ride back home?
I could get to the trade route for 1 gold and across the desert flats in a convoy for 4. The tickets are worth way more than that. I just...
If your room was already paid for, wouldn't you still have...
He was paying for him by the night.
Jin would give him, if he has it, 10 gold.
I really only need 5. Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't really need it. I got these meat muffins, so I think I'll be okay tonight.
Give him his bag back.
He
Here's
like
your bag.
all the
He like
stuff
picks
back.
all the
He,
stuff
like,
like
put
over the
his stuff
ground.
Can you put it
he
up-
like
all the
clearly
stuff
for a
back in
second. Clearly for a second, he kind of like forgets he's being interrogated and like goes to hug you and then is like and like slaps himself back into the chair.
Jin still hugs him. Just bring it in.
Thank you. That really is all I know. If I knew anything else, I would tell you. I swear.
It's all right. We believe you. You seem to
I got one though.
have been had misfortune.
Go ahead.
Did he say what day you had to go and wear the dark robe? Did you ever go to the fair as a group?
No, especially since it hasn't like officially opened yet. He didn't get any of like the pre-pass stuff. And the only day we were told to wear the robes was, I mean, the day we met you all. We just had to sit in the inn for, it must have been hours.
He made
Were
you.
you
just
waiting
sit
for
there.
us?
Did he know we were coming?
It's a plan.
Maybe.
What was he doing?
We just sat at the table. He just told us that, you know, we could eat, we could drink as much as we want, and we just had to stay ready.
And he sat there too?
Yeah, he was there the whole time with us. When he said stay ready, I thought he meant like not drunk, not get into a bar fight.
Okay.
You do hear the cellar door like and like loud footsteps are like clanging down. You probably have maybe 20-30 seconds left before whoever is walking down is here.
Jin's gonna
I
wait
hope
by
it's
the door.
guard.
Yeah.
I hope it's the guard. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Where
I do believe
has he given you
we're
any other
done.
instructions on what to do, what to wear, where to be, any sort of like anything else? Mentioned that he didn't get any free passes, but did he ever say anything about what to do once the show opened?
No, the only thing he said is that he'd be getting our entrance tickets soon, and that the first day we were just to stay around like the common areas, like and you know, enjoy the show. I mean, or like that area. And that was it.
Do you think maybe we might still be able to use this gentleman to track down our mystery man? I mean, if we release
I don't
him,
think so.
maybe he might be able to.
We gotta pay for
If the
this.
guy's smart. If the
I
guy's
mean-
smart, if Ricard is smart, he's gonna drop this guy like a hot cake. This
We
guy's
don't know if
worthless
he's
to him now. We know his face, and he knows we know his face.
We don't know his face. We never saw his face.
Not his
No, we're talking
face.
about this guy.
We
him.
we made
What is your name?
Oh, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob. I'm very sorry for all this for you, and sorry for your friend from your town.
I mean, I wouldn't say friend. I knew him. Not that I guess I like seeing people turned into trees, but
He did come at me with a knife, so I mean.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm really not judging.
saying. I like a bar
I'm not
fight
going
etiquette.
I'm not going to turn you into a tree. I promise. You seem like
Oh.
a very
Knife
nice
and
man.
bar fight.
You seem
Unless
like a
you
nice
try
man.
to attack her.
Yes,
Don't
just
come
don't
at
do
her with
that.
the knife.
Oi!
do that.
What are all of you doing down here? And it's barked from the entrance to the cellar, like down at the base of the stairs. Does this look like
just talking
training
to
to you?
We were told we were allowed to
This looks like
interrogate the prisoners.
interrogation.
You're you guard art. You're barely paid to guard art. Let's go.
Right. Thank you, Jacob, for all of your help.
And he begins
All right.
walking back upstairs.
All right, let's go.
Be careful out there.
God, what a jackass.
Thank you again. Well, I guess we're all walking the same way, aren't we?
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm hurrying. I don't know.
Once you're like to the top of the cellar, he like comes up and he gives you like a two-handed handshake, Jin, and he's, I really, I'm sorry to all of you. I really guess I needed to ask more questions. It's best of
It's
luck.
all right. You were excited for your opportunity. I understand.
I'd have been in your same position if it was me. I understand.
You guys are
Well,
killing me right
have
now.
a good one. Then he
Yeah, best
For
of
your
luck,
trouble.
all that stuff. Get across the
Hedera
flames.
hands him off some gold, whatever amount of gold that she has.
Oh.
Thank
You're
you.
real generous today.
I could eat for a
Oh
month.
my god.
I am
That's
really
more than
sorry
I
for your
make in
trouble.
2 years. And he walks off.
Well, that was the most interesting way of saying crime pays. All right, let's get back to it.
I mean, he didn't really even do much. He was just kind of there.
He was as stupid as a sheep. Come on. He lucked himself
men
into
are.
getting paid 2 years' salary.
Yeah.
Look, some people just don't ask a lot of questions. Okay.
Yeah, and some people end up dead in sewers or lying face down in a street. Just saying.
All right. At this point, you've all, missed training anyway, and lunch is going to be beginning. So, just be here tomorrow. We've got a few days left before everything starts off, and I don't need you all rusty. Interrogating people, protecting art.
Well, hey.
Hey,
wait a minute.
boss, I got a
Couldn't we-
question.
Yeah, what?
You ever heard of a man called Ricard? Did you ever try and sign up for the guard? Working with the caravan? Anything?
I don't do hiring. It's for the manager. Talk to him.
Do you know any of the people
Thanks.
who are involved in the exhibitions? Like the martial arts one, by chance?
I know there is one. I also know that that's way above the station that we're protecting, and so I don't care.
You're about as helpful as our witness was.
Not trying to be helpful. I'm trying to protect
Clearly.
art. And he
All right,
resumes his
well,
marketing.
I don't like him.
Y'all are not.
Well,
Nobody does. He's an asshole,
Let's-
but I mean, he's got a point too. But
let's go get this food.
Okay, so-
and then
Where,
I think we need to go.
where's the manager? He said ask the manager.
he's probably in some corner talking about finances or something. Somewhere we can find him, maybe.
As you all leave the cellar, you head back to the kind of the inn, like not the city center of Amberville, but the circus center, if you will, the inside of the art festival. And things are getting much closer to being fully built, as some of the kind of the finishing touches and arrangements are being made. It is still not open to the general public. It is just people that are either security, vendors, or who like working to help set up the event. As you approach the center, Jin, you'll be happy to know that you are able to beat the lunch rush, and you're able to get in. And you have a couple of different vendors to choose from. You've got meats, more meats. You've got Sally salads. And then you have the small, creepy little vendor off on the side.
That guy.
The one with
Is
the
the
ribs.
vendor inside
Yeah,
the perimeter or not yet? The
he
ground.
is. We told you.
Currently, no. They are just on the outside of it.
The trickery.
Just gotta go in his pocket and see how much gold he has.
Well, you
Just
have enough.
use your meal vouchers.
But if I go to that one, there's
No.
I mean,
There's
You
literally
don't- I
meats,
don't
meats,
trust
and more
him.
meats.
You've got meats, more meats,
Oh.
and you can use your voucher for that.
I
You don't even
look
have
at
to
the
spend
meats
your own
cart.
gold.
What kind of meats and more meats is in the meats cart?
All the meats.
It's
apparently.
it's a lot of different types of meats. You're very familiar with all of them. They've got the full range of your like general eatery, like when it comes to it, your chickens, your porks, your beefs, etc.
They're not as sketchy as the other guy.
How much
No
does one
mystery
voucher
meat.
get you?
It gets you a full meal.
Is it a
And,
gin-sized meal?
You see the person at the little creepy cart begin to like they've rang a few people up and they're wheeling closer towards the line, like inside the event line.
Jin's gonna run over to the river cart.
What is with
Just-
you?
Ah!
At the vendor looks up and sees you and deliberately stops on the outside of the line.
Jin, he's playing you.
It's like you saw the ice cream man.
Stop.
You would like
Wait for
where?
him to- Just wait for him to come
Yes.
inside the center. Jin,
Ah, you ate well last
one
time.
thinks with his
Yes,
stomach.
yes. How about? And they pull out a pristine, looking rack of ribs.
Yeah, it looks
Much
good.
gold.
Oh my goodness.
And they hold out their hand for your gold.
I put, I guess, whatever much gold is in
Oh
the
my
small
gosh.
creepy man hands.
It's a little under 2 gold actually, but that's still quite a bit for like a single, base of mountain people making 15 gold a year. This is a gold for a rack of ribs.
How do you said just under 2? How do you split gold?
Let me go ahead and get like 3 of those.
That's silver and copper pieces, But they hand you the rack of ribs, and it's almost comical. It's like one of those like anime kind of racks, You're like you have like a plate underneath this giant rack,
Holding onto the tiny
like the
plate,
Flintstone.
walking back.
and then
much.
after Jin makes their purchase and kind of walks back in the line, so does the vendor, and the vendor
You see
sets up.
Jin dancing on back with the ribs. Just
Jin, why don't you wait for him to make it into the line so you don't have to spend your own money? You can
because I
still
don't got
use your
that many
vouchers.
vouchers. I don't have
Now
enough.
he's gonna use
I
the
don't
voucher.
need food. You can use mine. If you need
Yeah, I
it.
You mean
forgot.
you don't want salad? You don't want a salad? Salad.
I could make my own, honestly.
But it's
It'll be
free
better.
salad. It's free.
It's also free if I grow it myself.
I'm gonna get
somebody who
salad.
doesn't have to grow their own food and stuff. I'm gonna go get some.
He's gonna go sit down and start eating them. Just start eating his ribs.
Does anybody
going
else
salad.
like to... Everyone
I could
else
make
grabs
one.
their lunches, I assume, if needed. Hedera.
Yeah, I don't need one.
Yeah.
Fine.
Hedera just stands in the sun.
Stands in the sun. That's just
Sparkle.
Autotrophs.
Sparkle.
recharging in the sunlight.
Just looking
No,
directly
you
into the
don't
sun
do
and
that.
smiling.
Oh lord. Jin's sitting there. He's wondering.
Autotrophs.
You know, Orlenna, do you think you could make one of these? You make some of these ribs into those muffins you made?
That was a mistake. I don't know if I'm gonna make meat muffins ever again.
But could you do it though?
I could put the meat in the muffin, but I can't guarantee it would be good. I can bake. I don't cook. So
I mean, well, this is already cooked.
Okay.
You know, it's nice and this is already nice and tender.
Well, how
gotta,
about
like,
this?
I don't know how
How
baking
about,
works.
how about this? Made 6 muffins last time. We ate 2 muffins. You can have these last 4 meat-flavored muffins.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Okay. I'm gonna make new
No,
muffins
go ahead
that
and just-
hopefully don't taste like meat.
Write that
With
down.
with the party fed and Jin sufficiently meated.
I was going to say he's been meated.
I got my
what,
new pocket meat now.
Where
Do I have
where
pocket
would
meat?
Pocket meat.
where would the party
Pocket
look
meat.
to head next?
How much time do we have?
Like in the day?
Like right now, before we have to
What
be
is it?
somewhere else.
Right.
Right now, you do not have to be anywhere else.
Okay.
Well, I
Unless-
mean, tomorrow you have to be at training, but that is
Okay.
quite some time.
Okay. This is the same day. You're right. Okay.
Yes.
Right
If
now,
anyone-
since I gave Jen all my muffins, I need to replenish these muffins. You know, just in case. But I don't want to use this community oven again. What are my options?
What are your options? Well, you do recall that in the pop-up bar, they actually had a surprisingly decent-looking kitchen. You could also just start going door to door, seeing who has an oven that is, usable.
Okay.
I mean,
Do they have bakeries there?
Bakeries where?
Near where the festival is taking place?
I mean, there are, businesses and shops and things like that. Right now, those are all outside of those are either in the higher tiers of the art festival, which is above kind of the clearance that you have, or there are the people that are not part of the art festival who are just, businesses and things like that.
I mean,
Okay. You said the pop-up kitchen is decent, so I guess we'll try that.
All
Not
right,
the
so
community oven that tastes like meat.
Orlenna wants to head back to the pop-up bar and attempt to use their kitchen. Is there anyone in the party who is not doing this?
Breakspear would actually probably like to go train, even if it's like a self-training thing on the training ground.
I just realized you meant in the bar outside of town. Ugh.
So yeah. On that note, before you leave,
Crap.
I feel like we should break and do whatever we wanted to do, and then we should meet up and go to that hotel that guy was talking about. I don't know. Maybe they have
We
some
should
kind of
actually.
customer list of people who
Somebody
paid.
should come with me. If the guy had the key and he was there, maybe we can find the key in the bar.
All
was
right,
gonna have to climb that tree.
I'll come with you.
I mean, like I said, why don't we? Well, I guess we might as well all just go then. Well, what about a break first? You have to go now?
You just ate.
Should
You're
get-
fine. You have
It's
more
not.
meat
I
in
need
your
to
pocket.
train.
It's fine.
I need to train
You
now.
train. I will go with
Well,
Orlenna. You go
can
ahead and
run.
train.
What
you two
happens-
train.
You can train with
But
me.
if
I
I
will
don't
go
go
with
with
Orlenna.
you,
Break
if something happens, you'll kill someone again.
That tree is very much alive.
Indeed.
People are gonna die one day or one way or another, but it's not like you can stop them all. Just get used to it.
Also true.
So
So-
what's the decision? What are we doing here?
All right. If you're gonna go back to the pop-up bar, I'm gonna go with you. It's not worth going to train if you guys are going down there.
That's what
Well,
I'm
you two
saying.
could train, and I can just go with Orlenna.
So the
you
party
still
is
feel the
going
need that
to
you-
the pop-up?
Are we all going? Are y'all training
Apparently
together?
so.
Okay.
All right, the party is heading there.
Yes. The whole party.
Yeah,
is
all
going.
right, so-
Yeah.
The party makes its way back to the pop-up bar, and you're greeted totally different view. They've redone their little pop-up bar around the tree. It has a totally different aesthetic. It's much brighter. The leaves of the tree are also a very, very like crimson blood red, and they kind of almost illuminate the bar a little bit, but it's offset by lovely like candles and things like that. And all in all, it is way more of a joyous little place. As you walk in, there are people sipping teas and drinks like that, and the bartender, who you recognize, is like, my friends, hello, welcome. How are we doing? Oh, you're doing well. You're doing fine. Come, sit.
Not nearly as well as you.
I was gonna say, how are you?
What is
I'm
happening?
fine. Business is doing well. The tree, excellent. People, love it. Art.
Oh.
See?
Huh.
Not
Come,
such a bad thing.
sit. The first round's on me. What do we drink? What do we do? Tea? We drink tea. We do. You want a little extra? Some. You look like Jin. You look like the type. You look like a little extra kind of type.
Jin can't even like process this. He's just gonna start trying to climb the tree. It's too much.
You gave me so much grief about this tree.
Oh, look at him! Look at him go! Look at him go! I don't try to climb the tree till after. After tea.
You said we were looking for the stuff. I'm just trying to go look for it.
He's looking for the
Let's get a roll. Let's see how gracefully Jin climbs this tree.
Oh no!
It is an altered emotional state.
Oh,
Oh
goodness.
God.
Hey, that was almost the one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Tiny Dice.
You're able to climb through the tree, look through the branches, check the nooks and things like that. But there's nothing. You see no objects that are not very clearly tree things.
Hey,
I don't know.
got a question for you, barkeep. After the unpleasantness of yesterday,
Oh yeah.
well, actually, I got two questions. Yeah, you find anybody's stuff staying here even after everyone left?
Like a
Oh,
bag of-
I mean, yeah. You
Mhm.
guys kind of killed 2 people in my bar.
Well,
Uh,
sorry about that, but you mind letting us look through their stuff real quick?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
the lost and never to be found box.
Wow. Oh no.
Hey, that works for me.
And he pulls out a box and puts it on the table.
I immediately start going through it, trying to see if I can find a key or any set of keys inside of any of the bags.
While he's looking through that,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would kind of lean over to the side to Hedera, just like, what if the stuff is inside the tree?
You gave me so much grief about turning this man into a tree. This tree is alive, and now you want to kill it.
I'm not saying we need to kill it, but I'm saying, is there any way you can check or something like that? I can't see through trees. I didn't see it up there. I'm just wanted to cover our bases. I don't know.
Can you talk to trees?
Yes, actually, I can.
Ask
Let
him.
me.
Yeah. It's the
Can I
tree!
touch it?
Hey, I'm actually here to use your kitchen, if I can.
I mean, yeah, you can use
Oh
the
my
kitchen.
goodness. Jin is very disturbed.
Woo! Yeah, you can use it.
That was a little. That was a
Mm.
little.
All right.
It doesn't feel
I'll
right.
off to
Okay.
the wait, where is the kitchen in relation to everyone else?
Oh, like right there. And he points, and
Okay, cool.
it's like just at the end of the bar.
Okay, cool. All right. I'm baking. Baking. Non-bacon muffins.
Am I having any luck looking through the lost, never to be found box?
No, it's a lot of shoes, lots and lots of mismatched shoes. But on top of that, I mean, it's like there's gold purses and things like that, but they're all empty. There's a few like daggers. There's the most notable thing you find is that there is some form of wizarding scroll. It doesn't look like it's anything crazy, but it is a wizarding scroll.
Hey, barkeep. Where'd you find
That's-
this?
In the bar.
What is wrong?
You're quite the joke.
Jin with the. Jin's gonna grab a couple of those daggers.
Huh? Yeah?
Just put 'em in his
Mind if
pocket.
I have this little thing?
Sure.
Okay. I'm
Second
gonna go
question
over
for
to
you. If you don't mind, if you got the time.
Huh?
Got any of that apple juice that you were serving yesterday?
Oh, no. Ooh. Ooh. No. No. Now that he's not paying for it, it's not here.
Did you happen to drink a lot of it yesterday?
Oh, god no. Not a bit. Not a bit.
Do you happen to know what the deal was with the apple juice? Why did he want you to serve only apple juice?
I don't know, but he made my year. Tell you what. Like, I'm not gonna have to do this pop-up bar shit ever again. Like, at all. Oh, man, it's great. He
What?
comes in, right? He comes in. He gives me 1,000 gold to serve 50 gold apple juice.
Did he
One thing.
provide the apple juice?
Yeah, no, he brought it all himself. Like, yeah. Well, one thing he said it needed to be like seedier. So, had to be sober, and had to be, I don't know, rude. But,
So yesterday
Okay,
was
that-
all an act.
No, he was just.
Oh,
Did
so
you happen
he
to
told
get-
you
did you
to
get his name?
behave.
Yeah, it was all under a Ricard. Yeah, yep.
Same person. Did you
Oh,
see?
did you clean that oven before you started it? That's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's. Yeah.
Why?
What was wrong with the oven?
Let's
What
get
was
a
wrong
dice
with the
roll
oven?
for the baking.
Oh dear.
Jin starts to rub his hands together.
Written more of those
my
meat
God.
muffins.
No.
No.
The fish muffins coming out now.
Oh my god!
You glance in the the oven, and they're rising fine. Like the muffins look good, but you, as you're like looking into it, you do on a core level know, you're like, no, I did not thoroughly clean this oven before I used it.
Great. Why? Why
What
do you
was in-
ask if I clean the oven first?
Oh, nothing.
Oh no.
What do you normally make in this oven?
Just baked goods.
Are
What
they
did you make in the
special
oven
baked
today?
goods?
I just made some cookies, man. You won't.
What's in the cookie?
Ah, I see.
Good
Who's had one of
stuff.
the cookies?
Look, you know what, Tree Lady, you might actually know what it is, because a lot of people they don't know what it is, but I feel like you just might. And he talks about it's like a rare extract from a flower that only blooms on the tops of trees, on the tops of mountains, and only during the dry period of the year. So it's like a very specific time in which that any of this can be done. And when the oil is painstakingly rolled out from the flower, or from the leaves of the trees, it creates an intense hallucinogenic that is almost unparalleled in found elsewhere in the world.
Oh no.
How did you get this?
I'd make a lot more money now.
Let me get a couple of those for later.
Jin, no.
No.
Yeah,
I
man.
have a
That's
plan. I got a
Here you
plan.
go.
I have a plan.
We
I got
need
a
you
plan.
clear-headed.
Of
It's
all
not
the
for.
people.
It's for training.
I don't think
Okay.
for him.
For training? Really? You
Actually,
couldn't even fight while
can
you were
I-
sober. Now you want one of these?
It's not. I'm not trying to fight. Okay. It's
Can
not
I
like
get one?
that. All right.
Clearly.
You mind? You mind?
Who brought you this
Slide him a couple gold
extract?
coins. Like,
Where did you
mind,
get,
give
where
me
did you
one
get
of
this
those
extract?
cookies.
Yeah. And he slides the cookie across the table. And in his state, he clearly forgets to even grab your gold.
Mm.
My
Who gave
goodness.
you this extract? How did you get this?
Oh, yeah. What's his name? Some chef guy. He was heading into town for the
Festival?
Art
The art
show.
festival?
yeah, that, and he was like, you can't afford this, and I was like, I can now.
Oh,
This
This
man
explains
is
his change in demeanor.
on one.
Got a question for you
Yeah.
about your chef buddy.
100%.
Huh?
He didn't perchance ever meet Mr. Ricard, did he?
Mhm. I met those
Thanks, bro.
guys in different days.
Did you
Yeah.
ever see him again? The apple juice guy.
Ricard, has he
No.
come back?
No.
No, he's not gonna come back.
It's too sneaky for that.
Though, actually, hold on. I was gonna keep it because it's worth money, but I just buy it now. Like he gets it. Jin gets it. He knows. but yeah. So the only thing that was left, I didn't put it in the box. Like, it's worth a lot of money. And he goes to like where he keeps his gold, and he lifts up like the little bucket. You can tell he just keeps like all of the purchases are just like shoved into a little bucket he keeps behind the bar, and he grabs a
Wow.
ticket, and he's like,
Like a tip bucket.
yeah, the was in the back corner where your guy was sitting, your friend or whatever. But yeah, here you go, man. And he hands the ticket towards Jin.
All right. I'm gonna look at the ticket.
It is a fight, like it is the ticket that gets you into the fight, like the arena, like not like to watch it, but to participate.
Oh.
Hmm. I feel like I had a feeling Ricard would be one of the participants.
You know what? It makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, it does, right?
Okay.
It kind of lines
Just-
up.
Quietly puts that in his
Alright.
pocket.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get my muffins out. I just don't know how many muffins I have. They're
I'm
done.
gonna go over to the tree.
Those are worth a lot now, by the way.
Oh dear.
I mean,
Orlenna, you might
wasn't
not
selling
want to eat those. You might not want to eat those.
what
Do you
would
have
I
to
do
like
with it?
register, or do you just have to have a ticket?
Oh, you should have to have a ticket. It's like for a lot of the shows and stuff, they let people buy their way in all the time. That way you can see like the not great people next to like the really good ones. It's funny.
Well,
Wait,
is it even possible?
Hey, I remember something, and I wouldn't just tell this to anybody, but you guys are kind of cool, So the guy, your buddy, right? Richard?
Ricard.
Ricard.
Yeah. He was talking about the actors. Yeah. He didn't talk a lot, but when I am, I listen because
Yeah.
frankly, it's so boring, right? You get it. Shin gets it. Look at him. He gets it. But he was talking about the actors, the stage B, I think. Yeah. So I don't know. Is that maybe you could find your friend, right?
Maybe we could actually.
know
More
what?
than what we
Very
had, my
helpful.
friend.
Make.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're a lizard.
Jen's gonna walk away now. So is it? All right, let's go. Let's talk to the tree now.
Okay.
I'm
I mean,
Talk-
is
I
there
don't want to.
anything
I don't
else
want to
we
keep.
I'm
there
just
anything else
saying
we need
he's
to
a
know
little
from the tree?
rude.
the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the tree. He's a little rude.
You talk to the tree.
Don't keep listening to this man. You don't know what he's talking about.
I'll talk to anything that listens or speaks, I guess.
Does the tree
so
speak
he's
to
rude
you?
because he doesn't respond.
Huh?
Is that why
Don't
he's rude?
fall
He
into
doesn't
the
speak.
trap.
He doesn't speak
doesn't
back.
speak
Is that
back.
why he's rude?
No, he just kind of screams, and I'm like, whoa.
Do I have
So maybe we.
do I have time to actually clean the oven and make muffins, or am I done with muffins today?
I mean, how much time you looking to hang out?
Look, I was gonna suggest this earlier. Why don't you just ask Hedera to make an oven for you somewhere?
That's not how
Can't
I
be
imagine
that
it.
hard to make an oven.
But that involves fire.
I mean, you
I
just
don't-
make like a little dirt thing, and then we just go find some sticks or something and put it in there. You know what I mean?
Jin
Like a
doesn't
little.
know how ovens work.
No.
You gotta make like a box, and then put some fire on the bottom.
That's a great
So,
idea, Jin. Thank you.
Yeah. So you try to talk to the tree. I'm gonna
Okay.
attempt to clean this oven and work on
Go
these
ahead.
muffins. How many magic muffins do I have? Like magic mushroom muffins do I have in my pocket right now? I don't know how many came out.
Let's say a baker's dozen, so 13.
Of course I have a million mushroom muffins. Okay. So you don't
Look.
talk to the tree. I'm gonna work on
All right.
cleaning this oven and making non-hallucinogenic muffins.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do a little sidebar for Hedera talking to the tree.
Oh
All right,
no!
let's
Oh no!
I was waiting for it. Hello. Okay.
So,
So, all right. So I go up to the tree.
Mhm.
Kind of want to test it out first, so I just kind of like put my hand against the trunk and just kind of. Hello.
as you're kind of relaxing into the environment, kind of letting like the background noise fade out, you know, your aura sense kicks in first. And one of the 1st things as you're kind of like focusing and you notice is that the bartender's aura is like vividly alive now in comparison to the mundane version it was.
Yeah.
And you can tell that however that substance that he's interacting with works is he has an almost like dryad nymph kind of aura around him. As
That
you
explains how you can hear the tree screaming.
as you focus in on the tree and you ask it its question, all you hear back is an absolutely like just full of agony scream, just this like
Okay. I tried to like so I put out my aura against the tree and tried to like soothe him, so like just to calm him down, and then try talking to him again. So like,
let's get a roll for that.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Oh.
Haha!
As you like you go to suppress like what you would do for any tree and any plant kind of in a state of agony, but you notice that there's like a resistance, almost like it's not fully a tree. And as you kind of attune yourself more with the tree to like feel what it feels, you feel pain rip through your own body as you experience its pain. And in a weird hybrid horror plant-esque thing, the person is still alive inside the tree, both alive and not alive.
See, I had a feeling. I knew he'd be still alive. Okay. I want to try to separate the human entity out of the tree, like push him out of the tree.
All right, let's see it. Let's see another D20 here.
Let's hope. Yeah, come on.
Oh,
so close! I was so close. No.
But still a fantastic roll. As you're able, like the bark like separates, and this person falls out from the tree. Their left leg is like more bark and tree. Their right arm is more like tree and branch. Their face is this like hybrid of like skin and interwoven over like over barks and things like that. They're lying there screaming, and you feel both entities without the other are kind of waning in this moment. And so you have the tree side, and you have the person tree hybrid side. Which would you like to put energy into to try to stabilize?
The tree.
The tree?
Because my instinct would naturally go to fix the tree, and like in my head, I'm thinking to call Orlenna over to heal the human man with her magic mushroom muffins.
We'll get to that. Magic. We'll get to that part with Orlenna here in a second. But heal the tree. Let's see a roll for it. One more time.
Come on! Oh no! No!
As you're like trying to stabilize the tree, the leaves like liquefy, and like blood just starts like dripping and then pouring and then running down all over the room, and the bark quickly withers to a very, very dark, like almost onyx looking outside. The tree itself is not dead. It is just almost in a winter dormancy.
Okay.
And let's rejoin
the blood is
redescribe.
probably not a good look for the bar.
And let's rejoin the group. Let's explain what just happened. So,
Oh no!
Oh God.
Don't want to do that.
Oh God. There she goes talking to
uh,
trees.
Hedera
Watch
approaches
out.
the tree, and she puts a hand on it, and you see her magic start to activate, and her gaze lingers on the bartender for a second before her attention's pulled over towards the tree. There's a moment where she shudders, as if hearing something loud. She redoubles her effort with her second hand, and she places it on the tree and then kind of moves her hands apart. The tree itself opens up, and this man falls out of it. Half tree, half man. His leg is mostly tree. His left leg's mostly tree. His right arm's mostly tree. His face is interwoven flesh and bark in this awful hybrid, and he is screaming agony. Hedera looks at the tree, however, and redoubles her efforts again towards it. However, the tree's bark begins to darken, turning a deep onyx color, and the leaves begin to liquefy and start raining blood down all throughout the bar. Most of the denizens of the bar, who are drinking different teas and eating different snacks, are all kind of like, whoa. And the bartender himself is also like, I didn't think the tree could get cooler.
Oh my my god.
Um,
Okay.
and then Hedera, you may yell for Orlenna as discussed.
Okay. Orlenna, please come help me, please.
Oh.
I need you
okay.
to help
Are we
heal. I need you to help. I need one of your muffins.
Heal the muffin?
Help him.
Oh.
I need one of the magic
I don't
muffins
know
to
about-
help him.
Oh,
The magic
okay.
muffins.
The magic muffin. Okay.
The
okay.
magic muffins.
Well, then
It
here's the
will
muffin.
sedate him at the very least.
Yes. All right. So here, one muffin.
Let's see it.
Uh-oh.
Orlenna, magic muffin, dice roll, save the day.
Magic muffin.
Jin is intrigued at this turn of events.
Oh
Crap.
No.
Crap.
That's very magical.
He eats the muffin, and he like his like more human looking eye, like his eye fully dilates, and then it just kind of keeps dilating till his whole pupil is just his whole eye is just completely black. And he like ceases his screaming and stops moving, and the tree branch, like the bark overtakes his face, and like he becomes like roots on the floor, and then flowers just start like springing out of him, and he lies motionless.
Did we kill him?
I got a quick
Okay.
question.
I didn't think that this could get more horrifying, but it somehow did.
Is he wearing
I told you
human
he
clothes?
wasn't dead.
He was. He is now covered intensely in bark and flowers.
So even his clothes have turned into bark and flowers.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, maybe not turned into, but like bark, like covered him.
So he's looking very nymph-like, like someone of my people. So I'm
Well,
going
now
to
I
check
can't
in with
rifle
him
his
again.
pockets.
I'm going to check in with him
Okay, I
again.
think I
Can
know.
we- Well, then, what?
So, it wasn't even in the muffins. It was just residual. So, but
Yeah.
the muffin amplified it? Oh no. We can't eat these muffins.
Well, that's weird.
I told you
was
it's
weird.
Probably not the best idea for you to eat those. You
You
don't
asked
want
me to
anything
give
to
him
do
the
with it.
muffin.
Because it would sedate him and help dull his pain.
It's
You
sedated
sedated
him
him,
for
right?
life.
You sedated him
I
out of
mean,
life.
He's not
Sedated for
screaming
life.
anymore. We don't know if he's dead yet. Let me check. I'm going to check.
Let's get a roll. Let's see you communing with the nature.
Roll for life.
God.
Oh, please. Okay, that's not terrible. That is not terrible.
You do feel all of the very new colonies of flowers, plants, roots, and things like that have grown on this new wonderful human-shaped flower bed.
But there is no longer a human involved.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh.
Can she still communicate with it at all?
I can. That was what I was going to ask. Is like, okay, so let me now try to communicate or to try to see if the flowers hold the memory of the being that they were just pulled from.
Oh gosh.
All right, extracting human memories from a flower. Let's see another Hedera roll.
Come on. No.
The last hope.
We're going to say that's a no.
The flower, like the general feeling that you get is all this like it's a lot of confusion. It's a lot of like, what? Why are we here? Where's the sun? I don't know where the sun is. And it's a lot of like really confused like plants that have clearly been like rapidly birthed into the world.
Oh no.
Um,
Should we take it outside?
I was just going to suggest I'm going
Do you
to try
think
to
we even
separate
can?
it. I can.
Oh.
I'm going to uproot it and then replant it outside.
Another Hedera plant magic roll.
I know. I was like, let's do this. Do it again.
God.
Please.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm going to kill everything.
The
this got
bark
worse.
the bark like lifts itself from the ground, and as it does so, you hear this awful ripping, like, and it begins its crawl outside of the bar, and underneath it is just this mutilated, broken ribs, what's left of a...
Around the body to see if you can find a metal-shaped object of any kind, like the key.
Let's see a Breakspear play with a corpse roll.
Roll for
Oh
rummage.
god.
Roll for corpse rummage.
Corpse rummage.
The only thing you find is a ticket for the play on stage B.
Stage B.
I snag it.
What?
We're taking
You
that.
mentioned that.
You did. You
Yeah.
said stage B.
Covered in
Oh.
viscera. The force
there
is
any-
animated to come out.
Gah, that was not a pleasant sound. Oh.
Is there anything on the bottom? I know that sounds weird, but of this man bush. Is there anything underneath?
Would you like
Why I
to
left.
start lifting the corpse?
No,
Man
I mean
bush.
she lifted it up.
So
there's
lifting it up would require a
what's left
check
of him.
because he is grown into and embedded in the wood of the floor.
Oh, because no, I didn't mean under him. I meant
Okay.
what was picked up off of him.
Oh, what's
'Cause you
underneath
said that
that?
everything
on the
melted.
underside.
Everything he,
Sorry, yeah,
everything
that's what
melded into the big flower bush.
that's what
So,
Breakspear was just checking.
oh, I
he-
thought he was checking the
Oh, I
body.
thought I was checking the floor.
Yeah.
I thought he was checking the
well, I'm
floor.
sorry.
You said
the
the
floor
body.
is
My
where
bad.
the
I thought I
body
was
floor.
checking out the body it's still on the floor. That portion that I
Yeah.
thought I
Right.
was checking.
Okay, I'm
So-
sorry.
Are you
Hedera
Are-
picked up the flower, and you said
Got it.
When
You
it's
want to check
described-
the flower bed side.
Yes. Not
Yeah.
not
Okay.
the
Where it
mutilated
came up.
corpse.
I
Yeah.
understand now. My bad. So you would follow it outside, where
It
it
did.
is still
It walked itself outside.
it's snailing itself across the ground. Would you like to
Okay.
just kind of lift it up and
like
look
a snail
underneath?
trail. Oh God!
I regret coming outside
Yeah.
to see this.
Someone checked
As,
the snail trail.
Oh, this was more interesting than trading.
you lift it up, and it is the other side of the person. Just the inside of the other side.
Like the eyeballs from the back.
The other
Yeah,
I
half
guess
of the
basically.
ribcage.
Since his clothes, I'm thinking since whatever he was wearing kind of melded into it. I'm wondering if I can find anything. Or attempt
Let's
to find
get-
anything.
Let's get a fort check for both Orlenna and Jin looking at the inside of a person on the underside of a person bush, and then we'll see if you're able to search.
Then rolled a 9.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Jin
Gonna-
is not having a good day right now.
My stomach's not that great.
Yeah. Jin, you walked out and you were like, okay, this is
It's all
not for
that
me. What is going on? You sat there, you're like, all right, I'm outside, smells good. This, thing snails its way past you. And
Wait,
then
what?
Orlenna comes up and goes, what's underneath? And you just look at it and you're like, "Mm." And for the first time in a while, you don't have an appetite.
Hey,
All right, I think-
Orlenna,
finally got rid of Jin's appetite.
Orlenna, you're not like, oh man, this is awesome. I totally want to poke around this, but you're able to kind of get yourself to oh, okay, that looks like maybe a pock. Nope. Oh god. And you're able to check, but you find nothing. But your hand is now covered in what looks like sap and blood.
I had to try. Can I go back inside and wash my hand?
Is it still raining blood in the tap?
It's not as intense, but it is still dripping down from the
Okay,
branches.
can I try to heal the tree so that it stops raining blood?
Sure.
I just want to wash my hands.
Let's see a
That's
roll
all.
for that.
It won't do you very good if it's still raining blood on top of it.
Oh!
And the answer is no. No, it is
Yeah.
not going to stop.
It was so firmly a 3.
You made it
So
worse.
firm.
You try to like restore it to like a healthier state in its like winter sphere. You give it more nourishment, so the tree is definitely like a little more lively, but it's still in its winter state. So it takes what nutrients it can hold in its like core, and then the rest is just like shot out of the branches, and so the blood rain continues. Now
I have a
a little
question.
rebuff.
Okay.
Does this tree still have like a hollow in it for a person?
No, that like resealed.
Okay,
They close
I will
back
say
around.
it's like the tree is
Are
just
you
like
gonna try to
I
crawl
require a
inside the tree?
sacrifice. No, heck no. I'm just saying this tree needs a person inside to survive or something.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You have created true evil today.
Uh,
The tree's
Now.
still alive. It's
well,
just hibernating.
this has definitely been one for the books.
Okay. All right. Now what do we do?
Does everybody have everything they wanted from here?
Gin. Let's roll a gin dice real quick.
The tiny dice.
Tiny dice?
We don't even know what we're rolling for.
Oh!
I know.
Hey!
Hopefully that's good because we don't know what it's for.
I
Jen,
know!
You happen to remember when you glanced over the map, when you were looking at it, that in the overly detailed like breakdown of things, that there was a stage B rehearsal that happens today.
You know, I just remembered that map we got. I don't remember who has it now, but that map we got from the bartender yesterday.
Mhm.
Imagine that there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
stage B rehearsal tonight.
Oh,
Maybe we should
that could be worth
go over
checking out.
there. You know, maybe someone might show up or something. I don't know.
Or maybe one of the
Okay,
actors
well,
knows
I can
something.
imagine.
The bartender did
someone
say
was
that the
waiting to
actors
rehearsal.
were as a point of Ricard's interest.
This is very
You
true.
did. Okay, so let me grab my regular
That's why I said it.
How
I
long
hope
do we
they're
have
ready.
until?
As
We
you
can go.
you walk back in, you know, you're more into the bar, you're going towards the oven. You get to the you turn into the bar, and the barkeep is just like at the oven glass looking in, like, these are gonna be so good.
Oh no.
How long do these
Well,
effects
depending on how-
normally last?
I don't know. Well, at least he didn't have one of my muffins because he might end up like the flower bush.
Okay,
I
that
would totally one of your
could have
muffins.
gone either way.
You know,
It could have gone either way.
depending on how many of these muffins make it out, I might give you one.
Deal.
So how many?
Let's see
muffins I
how
got?
let's get a roll. How well did this batch turn out? Let's find out this time on Cinematic Chef.
I thought he was baking something. I didn't realize he was waiting for your muffins.
So he's waiting for my muffins because they're
No,
in
he's
the
Can't
waiting
you
for
come back
hers.
to this man just creeping on your food?
Yeah. 13 plus 2, a very, very solid roll. And with that, the muffins, you have another baker's dozen. However, let's get a little inspect check from our baker here. Let's get one more dice roll.
Okay.
Just imagine Orlenna with
Ooh.
like one of those jeweler's things in the
Oh.
eye.
You
Okay,
pull the,
okay.
you're like,
Monocle.
you're actually kind of happy you weren't able to check on them since you went outside to play with a corpse. And as you pull them out, though you do immediately recognize a different smell and a slight glazing over the top of all of the muffins that you definitely did not do.
Did he add something to your muffins?
I don't know. Did you, by any chance, add anything to the muffins?
Haha, yeah.
Oh dear.
What is that?
Huh?
What's that?
Oh, it's the extract. Hedera knows. Hedera knows. Yeah.
You put it on these muffins?
Yeah.
I almost want to give him a muffin now.
I think you should at this point. He put so much effort into it. And maybe he deserves what's coming to him after this.
All these magic muffins. Magic muffins.
Yeah.
You know what? I said I'd give you a muffin. Have a muffin.
He grabs it and takes a massive bite out of it, and then a massive bite out of it, and then another and another, and he eats the muffin in a matter of seconds, really.
Oh no, Lord have mercy.
How you feeling, hon?
Okay, time to go.
I feel really good. I get it, you know? I get art. I understand it.
He's
You can
he's
probably
listening
hear
to the
it,
sand
smell
tell
it
its
now.
story. Let's go. I
I
think we've
let's
done
go.
everything we
It's time
can.
to go.
I like this lizard, man.
All right, well,
Love you too,
how-
bud.
how long do we have until the rehearsal's supposed to start off the top of the dome?
If you left from here, you'd be 5 minutes into their rehearsal.
Damn.
All right, well, we're gonna go.
It's all right. I mean, they'll be there for some time. We don't have to get there right as it starts.
There's
Well,
the after.
I'm gonna go now. If y'all want to wait, that's fine.
We're all leaving.
No, I think we've done enough here.
We've done the damage here. Let's
Yeah.
Time
let's
to go.
Yeah, I didn't think my attraction could get any cooler, but now it rains inside.
Let's go before he realizes what it's raining.
Let's go.
Okay. And
Okay,
I just
bye.
want you guys to know, though, that you're my friends, so if you need, stuff.
What's your name? Do you remember?
Thank you.
Do you
Me?
remember your name?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I don't have to call my own name to talk to myself.
This is why she asked if he remembered.
Okay.
Okay.
Well- I'm sure we'll see you again. We gotta get going.
Okay. Bye.
At least he's still alive.
And
thank
the
you for all
party-
your help.
the Hedera, you would also note, even without your aura sight actively on, you can feel, after he ate the muffin, you can feel his aura in a way that you not even some of your closest spirit creatures from your forest would emanate. As the party continues to figure out what is going on at this audition on stage B, their journey is mildly paused by a intermission because it is time to get a little refreshments, take a little break, and we will be figuring out what's going on at this mysterious location with these mysterious actors, and potentially more about Ricard on the other side of a little 5-minute break. We will be right back.
Going back.
Ah, I did it.
And welcome back. If you happen to be joining us just now after the break, the party has done a little interrogating. They interrogated a small elf who was maybe on the wrong side of things, as they kind of tricked and duped into helping out the mysterious Ricard who the party searches for. This took them to back to the pop-up bar, which had been completely redone, and things were a lot different, with the energy in the room being a lot more excited and hyper. Hedera talked to a tree. It screamed at her. It was not the most pleasant thing, and then it turned into a weird half-tree person kind of thing, and, well, that was also scary. The party has, however, learned that there are some things going on at Stage B, and that is where we are joining the party now, as they continue their investigation of this mysterious Ricard and what is going on behind the scenes at the World Art Show. Let's find out. So the group, you are able to make it to Stage B, as you kind of walk back into the festival area, and Stage B, it's not necessarily where you're supposed to be, but it's not in an area that is restricted from you, if that makes sense. So would the party go straight there, or would you stop somewhere along the way?
I'd like to actually stop by the manager, see if I can find him real quick.
Yeah, let's see if the party would be able to find the manager with a roll from Breakspear.
Oh.
That's a 1. That's a no.
Yeah.
No.
That's a no.
No, yeah, not even a little bit. Couldn't even find someone who could even do the thing where they're like, well, I saw him here. Like, none of that. Everyone's like, I don't even know if he came in today, man.
Do we have a manager?
That's not surprising. I guess that's what you can expect from a manager. All right. Let's keep going.
Off to Stage B?
Off to Stage B.
Off the stage,
Off
B.
you go.
Off to
Off
Stage
I'm not
B?
hunting for the man.
Stage B. And so, as the party makes it to Stage B, with a slight detour, it's about 10-15 minutes into their show, that they are all, they're doing their big rehearsal, and they're doing various different, retellings of both historic events and kind of, there are some that are practicing more, true fantasy for this world kind of stories. One of the big ones being told is The Defiance of Ambervale, which is a play that was written for this festival in general, and it is about how Ambervale stood through the fall of darkness and the warrior spirit of the city. This was originally expected to be on Stage A, the main stage, which dwarfs this stage by a massive amount. However, it was bumped to Stage B. And that is what the party would know of this production. There's a light crowd in front. Mostly it looks like people who are either part of production or have some sort of exclusive pass, as they're kind of taking notes and muttering amongst each other rather than being locked fully into the performance. What would the party do?
Jin's gonna. Sorry. Jin's gonna. Jin's gonna hang back and just look at everybody he can and see if there's anyone that's moving particularly well. You know what I mean?
Looks suspicious.
Let's get a little perception roll for Jin here.
Almost lost my life to some water over here, son.
Ooh!
Hey, that's pretty good though.
That is a good one.
Because it wasn't meat flavored water.
You're
Exactly why.
perusing the crowd, and something just draws your attention to this one person. They're standing alone. They don't have a clipboard, and they seem to just be locked into the performance. Everyone else seems a lot more casual, and this person's just laser focused in. From this distance, you could not tell if it's the same person.
just gonna like try to get the party's attention without like saying anything, and like kind of like motion towards that guy, and just kind of like try to like come up from behind, and then chill out over there.
Let's see how subtle Jin is.
Oh,
With a roll.
Oh god.
Oh, goodness.
hey!
Oh,
Wow.
very
This can be.
good. As long as you're not fighting, everything looks good.
Yeah, Jin, you're able to just like you see the person, you lock onto them, and you kind of go like, well, them being so locked into something is what made me notice them, and so you let yourself kind of soften, and you like casually like turn to the group and you talk. You know, at first you don't even bring it up, and then you're like, but you draw the attention to the group. So each person kind of has their moment where they're like, "What do you?" Oh. And so now we need a group stealth check to see if the entire group moving across the stadium is able to be inconspicuous. Group roll!
I didn't know we were moving. What's going on?
I don't know what I rolled.
Oh,
What in the
Hey, it's
world?
the good sparkles.
Except for Jin!
Jin can't see. Jin
Jin
stomping.
being the most stealthy and then not the most stealthy.
Jin, you stay behind, bruh. Okay.
So Jin, like you're getting everyone's attention. You know, you're like we should like that might be our guy. We should probably close in on him. The rest of the party just locks in immediately. They're like, yeah, let's do that. You know, Breakspear, he's so low, he can't even be seen like over the seats as he just crawls on all fours, gliding through the legs of the chairs like an alligator in the swamp. Hedera, her footsteps become just silent as she begins to walk through the crowd, and she just kind of like moves like, you know, like leaves on the wind. Orlenna embraces the more joyous aspects of the people who are clearly not a part of the show, and she laughs and she like, you know, gestures, and she like will like occasionally talk to someone as she passes by, and she just blends perfectly into the crowd of people. And Jin, you like just start kind of going like, excuse me, pardon me, pardon me.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, behind you. Watch out.
Jin, you see that like the commotion you've caused, like they start to like turn their head, and they're like they've clearly glanced across the rest of the party and it hasn't caught their attention, but their eyes are coming closer towards you. What would you do, Jin?
Jin is gonna drop straight to the ground, just like full, just to the ground.
Like,
Let's
no,
let's see if Jin can hit the deck fast enough.
Oh my lord. Oh.
You're like, I'll just fall. That's what I'll do. And you go to fall, and you realize the chairs are like, the rows aren't completely like even, and so you just like slap onto the chairs. The stage performance kind of stops. All the critics turn around. The audience is like, "Oh, you okay?" Like, "Oh my goodness!" And as you like look up to the person, you meet their eyes, and you know immediately that it is in fact the man known as Ricard. And he just books it. He immediately like jumps over one of the rows of the chairs and is sprinting into the backstage area. What does the party do?
Oh my god.
After him.
Breakspear grabs his kazoo, starts blowing on it, and saying, "Trespassor!"
You got the whistle.
Wow.
Breakspear alerting everybody. Let's see if he's able to make enough of a ruckus. The kazoo of destiny.
Come on, kazoo.
Damn.
No!
You pull out your
grab attention.
you pull out the kazoo, and you first blow into it backwards, and then you're like, you turn it around and you realize that even just a kazoo is hard to do when you don't have like lips. Like, you kind of have lips, but like you're like.
Oh
You said your lips ain't lipping, my boy.
no. Would it be a
Anyone
bad
else?
Shut
idea?
up, smooth
Would it be a
skin.
bad idea to like? I was gonna say try to. I don't want to say try to shoot him, but I do want to say try to shoot him in like the leg or something, not like
Alright.
fatal.
Let's see it.
I mean, look,
Shooting
I hope I
over a
hit anybody.
crowd.
Oh my
It
god!
never goes wrong.
Oh my god!
Average.
It's a lot better than a 6.
You
Not the
pull your
worst.
arrow back. You maybe have the shot. However, it's in a crowded area, and you're not
Yeah.
like 100%. Would you lose that arrow anyway?
So, not this time.
And she hesitates. Hedera, the last action comes to you.
It's too close. Too close.
I want to. Okay, so I go to the ground and. Is this an outside theater? Are we outside? Is it solid ground?
I mean,
Or
it's
is it like a floor?
a tented off area. It's not It's not outside, but it's not like
It's
inside.
earth underneath.
But it's the
Is it,
ground dirt.
Is it?
There
is
is
it earth
there
underneath
is
me, or
like
is it like
a
a
ti-
floor?
There is a tile put over dirt.
Dang it, tile. Okay. I still try to. I use my magic to reach to the dirt underneath the tile, and send out. I send through to like a large root to come up and trip him as he's running.
Let's it.
Oh!
Aha!
The floor buckles and it whips him up, and let's see a reflex check from our Ricard to see if he can handle the attack.
That's
That's
Oh.
Alicia.
Oh, this is.
I like to see.
Ricard is sent flying into the air, and like he goes to land, and what he thinks is like gonna be the ground, and it's like a part of the stage that like breaks away fast on him, and he like slams through the little breakaway stage board.
we got to get over.
Breakspear starts
Jin's
looking after him.
Yeah, Jin's going.
We all
I'll run on top of
He's
people's
stuck inside.
shoulders.
Is he
Going
stuck
toward him.
inside the stage right now?
As like you get to the breakaway pit and you like look down, you see like he's clearly like still recovering, but he's like slipped just out of view, and he's like underneath the stage.
We got to get down
Breakspear,
there.
being the
We gotta
smallest, just starts rabbit holing straight underneath the stage, going after him.
Roger
All
that. And also to clarify, this would be a big enough environment for everyone to be able to jump down. Like this is clearly meant to be like an area in which someone could come through the stage if needed into like the understage. But so Breakspear goes first.
I'm after him.
So Breakspear having gone first, you would be in range potentially to make like a little like down one of the little posts and like jump out towards him as he's still like getting his bearings.
I would like to use an acrobatics check to try and swing myself, using the momentum of jumping down to swing myself and try and land on him to tackle him.
Let's see the acrobatics check first.
I'm over here like, how big is he? You're like 4 feet tall.
Very solid. The acrobatics check is successful. Let's say a perception check from Ricard to see if he notices you and has the ability to react.
Does he notice the flying Dracula?
Maybe.
He is aware that you're there, but not like specifically where you are. So let's see if you can land on him. And what are you going for with this? Like, where are you trying to land on him, and what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to land on like his back, like mid, and bring an elbow down, like on the neck area.
All right. Let's see the attack roll from our Draclin. You're able to you come flying in, and you're able to like hit down on like the base of his neck, and it's a good hit, but you hear the fact that he is wearing some sort of armor this time, like underneath his robes. Like you hear the clack of it. But let's get a roll for Ricard to see if it staggers him nonetheless.
so close.
As
Tiny
you
elf
hit,
did take-
as you hit, and he like starts to like fall forward. It's weird. It's almost like he starts to change what he's doing in this moment, like faster than like you're like. It feels like he speeds up while you slow down, and he rides the momentum of you like impacting into him, turns it into a roll, and then is back up into a full sprint.
Is he back up on the regular ground, or is he still like in the under?
No, he's still like he's in a full
We're still-
sprint in the understage. You're at this point, Breakspear. You're maybe 2 feet behind him. The rest of the party, you have been able to. Anyone who's coming down into the understage, you have been able to make it down into the understage, and the distance for you would be about 12 feet with Breakspear in between you and Ricard.
I'm gonna keep booking after him.
Roger that. And Jin, I believe you were expressing that you would want to be second in line, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's
is
third
correct.
in line?
Me.
Hedera, and then Orlenna. Are you bringing up the rear?
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way, like how many different ways can you get out from under the stage here?
Would you like to perception check and stay above ground and perception check, see if you can find one?
Yes.
Let's see it.
Oh.
Hey.
I think it goes snow.
That's our
It goes snow
girl.
and rolls over.
That's our girl.
You sit here and you look and you're like, you're trying to figure it out, and then you're like, wait a minute, I'm surrounded by people who work here, and you go, hey, you, where does the stage let out? And one of the behind scenes people is like, oh, like back that way. It's on the left. It like leads right out into like the restrooms. And you're able to, if you would so choose.
Head that direction. I'm not standing right in the doorway, but is there still somewhere for me to stand where I'm in view of the doorway? Because I mean, I'm not trying to get ran over or be directly in the way of things.
We will find out here in a second as we all party roll to see how fast everyone's going through the twisting under of the understage.
Okay.
Yes, please. Let's see those people down underneath.
Oh.
Not the 4. Come
God.
on.
Jin, you are just stay home. Just go.
It's because y'all didn't let me do my training. I told you.
Jin,
I did not force you to come with me. I said I could go with Orlenna by myself.
you land down there. You like go to start running, and you immediately like you bring your hand up and just punch like one of like the pillars that's like holding the stage up, and you're like, oh no, it's okay. I'll just push through, and then you trip over like some of like the boardings that's down there, and you face plant and you force your way up, and then just like smack into another one of the pillars. Breakspear, you're able to like get some decent momentum going. Hedera, you got a good roll, but you are behind the train wreck that is currently Jin. Would you like to force your way past Jin?
Yes.
All right. So as Jin is like on the ground and like picking himself up, Jin, Hedera steps over you and continues down the path, and you just have that moment where you're like, and one of your party members just like steps over you and keeps going. At the front of the group, though, Breakspear, you need a perception check.
Hey.
Keen eyes from our draconic hobbit hybrid. And you see Ricard reach into his pocket and just drop something down on the ground. It almost just looks like a little black sheet of paper. And it almost, like, had you not noticed him do it, once it's on the ground, you almost couldn't even tell where it is. What would you do with this information? And you are, mind you, you are still running through the dark understage chasing this person.
I would try to leap over it and say,
Yeah.
"Jump!" as I do it.
All right, let's see the Breakspear jump. You jump and like you're like in the air. You second guess yourself like where it was, so you reach your tail out to one of the posts and like pull yourself over to the side so you don't touch the floor. But it causes you to lose your forward momentum, and you are like on the side railings, and now you're kind of like trying to regain speed. Hedera, however, you had some decent speed. Let's first what would be? Let's roll a kind of a miscellaneous roll to see how well you understood Breakspear running in front of you and just starting going jump.
Oh, please, come on, please, please, please. Not very well. Okay,
Oh, that's a confusing state.
go.
So Hedera,
Jump? What do you mean jump?
how would you flavor your running down the hall? What would you interpret jump as?
I just jump as soon as he says it. Because
All right,
it's
let's
just
see
reflex,
another
he yells,
roll.
Jump, and I jump.
Let's see another roll. And are the fates with Hedera? Does she land on the mysterious object on the ground?
Oh, thank the gods.
Hedera, you leap in the air, and you just kind of like you were at nearly your full pace, and you glide through the air, and you land slightly past where Breakspear like is mounted to the wall, and there's a moment where you kind of like hesitate when you hit, and you're like, okay, and you're able to keep on running. Let's check with Orlenna up top though. Let's see. Let's get a roll for you to see if you can beat the pace of the party to the other side.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're able to get up to the back, like so you're like over the door. So there's like the path that leads into the understage. You're over it. So like anyone who would come out would have to come directly underneath you. Is
But
where you
I
are
beat
currently.
them to the door.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you
How
are
close?
aware.
How close? I was gonna say, how close are they to reaching the exit to the stage?
Let's get a perception
know?
check to see if you can identify where the party is with your elf ears.
Eyes.
Yeah, you have elf ears too.
Okay. Either way, let's find out.
Ears, eyes.
Oh!
You start to listen, and for a tiny moment, you think you hear like footsteps and like Breakspear's distinct like, but the symphony and the play begins to like start back up, and you hear the actors like, "We will defend Ambervale from Idiocate," and you like lose the party sounds and on all of the noise like starting back up.
Okay.
But let's see if Jin is able to interpret this mysterious jump command. How does Jin interpret the word jump?
3!
Jin,
The dice hate me today, son. I'm telling you, it's my
Stay
fault.
home.
Man.
I
Stay
didn't do
home.
this.
How would you
Okay.
interpret jump, Jin?
He's just gonna jump. I don't know. I don't know that he saw where Breakspear was. You know what I mean?
Let's see if fate is with Jin. So far, it's not.
It is the turnaround, though. That's what I'm saying.
Hey!
Yes.
Best roll of the night.
Alright.
You jump up in
Not really.
in the air, and as you're coming down right on, like right over the spot where the object lays. As you see it, though, you recognize it immediately. They were one of the types of traps that was commonly used in Hermit's Hollow. They're small, black sheets of paper that, like, when the person touches, it just, like, slows everything around, like, it slows them in a little, like, bubble where they just, like, begin moving super slowly. Because you've noticed this, you're going to get a chance to acrobatics or however you want over this. So how do you want to theme not landing directly into this?
It's gonna be some acrobatic type movement we about to see here.
Let's
We gonna pray. We gonna pray on it.
Check. Jin, not landing in the bad thing.
Hey!
Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Yes.
You're in the air.
Ah.
You reach your feet out. The pads of your right foot touch one of the pillars, and you're able to, like, push yourself to the side. The pad of your left foot touches another pillar, pushing yourself back over. You're able to, like, grab onto one of the poles and pull yourself past the paper and begin moving at pace. Hedera, you've been able to keep up with Ricard for the majority of this so far, so you will get. He's nearing the end of the understage. Would you like to try to take an action?
Vine grab. Throw vines to
Vine
try
grab.
to catch it.
Let's
Vine
see.
grab.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
16. It's a very strong roll. However,
But
Oh no.
Ricard,
Strong enough.
the vines are, like, coming up. He holds out a piece of paper and, like, directs it back towards you. And let's get a roll for Ricard as he attempts to use this scroll.
come on, do bad.
Aha! It sticks to his own hand.
Yes!
He pulls out the paper, and just before, like, it's able to activate, one of the vines, like, wraps around the paper itself, and, like, he is beginning to, like, get entangled with the vines. Let's see if he can make an acrobatics versus the vines, which means we need a roll off.
Do this.
Oh, no.
The vine.
Vine grab.
Come on. Oh.
No!
No!
I got a one.
Oh gosh.
The vines
Oh,
are
man.
wrapping around Ricard, and you're, like, so certain that it's going to happen. But the vine that grabbed the scroll in his hand crushes the scroll, and then a magic is released, and you immediately know the feeling of it, the deadenedness of arcane and nature magic as a counterspell rips through the air, and all of your vines fall limply to the ground. Ricard begins to run. Orlenna,
Yep.
you see, first off, you see a bright flash of, like, pink and purple magic, like, illuminate, like, from the under, and then Ricard comes, like, sprinting out of the entrance. What would you do?
Oh. Me trying to jump on him is out of character. I am not that person, but I don't know. Ah! Okay, he's running out.
Yep.
Are we back there by ourselves, or is still a bunch of people?
There's a lot of people near you, but there aren't a lot of people, like, down there. Like, because it leads, like, behind, like, truly back behind stage. It's where they're keeping, like, extra props and things like that. And like I said, it leads to, like, the actors, like, dressing rooms and their, like, restrooms and stuff like that.
So no one's back there right now because they're all on stage. All right, well, I'm gonna have to go with my original plan, and we're gonna try to shoot him in the leg again.
Let's see it.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
The
God!
he steps out, and the arrow lands, like, behind him. He glances up. He sees that you're there. He grabs something from his pocket and throws out a knife at you as he's running. Let's see a roll for Ricard.
It's not cool.
I saw that 18 for a second. Oh.
No.
The knife flies up, and it like you're able to kind of like turn a little bit, and it just kind of cuts like the top of your shoulder a little bit, mostly superficial on your like cloth and like leather strappings. Let's check in with Breakspear, who is behind Hedera. Hedera has casted her vines out. You're maybe 8 feet behind Ricard at this point. What would Breakspear be trying to do?
Mainly going to try and like speed up to actually get a little bit closer, so that way when I get close to him, I'm going to take whatever mysterious spell that I found from the pop-up bar and try and see if I can use it on him.
Okay. In which case, let's for the people that are still underneath the stage, let's see how they fare with another group roll.
Uh-oh.
A 4!
Damn.
Jin.
The group rolls ain't my place.
Jin, you're like,
None of them
all
are.
right, now here we go, and you begin to pick up speed. It's a straightaway. You can see where you're going. You're going, and then you feel your foot slip underneath a root, and you're like, a root down, and you just whack, like just full faced, like slap into the ground.
Could I force an action?
Ooh, of course you can. Forced
Use one of
actions
them-
are always a fun way to
them
try
free
to
forces?
do something else with a little bit of a cost sprinkled in. What is the forced action that Jin would like to do?
I want to try and just look for, like, he's gonna look up from the ground at all the like the different like stuff that's like around and see if he can try to acrobatically, because running is not working for him. He's gonna try to acrobatically move across the pillars to get to where he needs to go.
Let's
thought it was dark.
see it.
Oh god. Ooh!
It's
That's a solid
literally-
roll.
it's
Now there
these
is a
group
little
rolls.
bit
He's
of
not good with the group rolls.
a
He makes
negative
it well, yeah.
applied to forced actions, as they are a player's way to act beyond their limits. However, with your bonus and your roll, Jin, you're laying there on the ground, and you grab the root, and you like go to pull yourself up, and you realize they all kind of wiggle. So you like flex out like that and whip one of the roots around the pole, and you're like spider crawling across the ground on these like roots.
Okay.
Breakspear, you're like hopping from pillar to pillar, and you see him doing this, and you just like know that you can do that too. Would that be how you like to change your travel?
I feel like what I'm doing is already. I'm not gonna mess with what's working.
I'm not gonna mess with that. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. And Hedera, you're
Name drop.
able to just go roots, like don't trip me. And the roots like
Yeah.
kind of go like, sorry, and move out of the way. And you're keeping pace. So now the order of people is Breakspear just barely ahead of Hedera. Hedera ahead of Jin, who is starting to gain a little bit of momentum, and Orlenna on the top of the stage. Orlenna, would you like to try to loose another arrow as
would.
Ricard is about to slip into the actors area? Yes?
I
Let's
would.
see it.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
Danced around that
Working
star.
with me today. They're not working for me today.
Couldn't make
Let's
it
get a
up.
calamity roll. Do we have it? We have that, right? We can do that. High is good for me, or low is good for me. High is good for the party. Let's get a little calamity dice roll.
Look, Jin can't run and Orlenna can't shoot. This ain't this. Oh.
Wait, high's good for me, right?
High is
High is good for
high
us. Low is good for
Okay.
him.
Low is what Adam
Good.
wants.
Good.
Okay.
A high, that was
Adam
30,
wants
right?
Breakspear,
27.
as you feel yourself, you're like, you jump up into the air and you're like, here it is, let's go! And you raise your hand to try to activate like the scroll, and an arrow, which your director was clearly attempting at one point to aim for this person, flies and hits the back of your hand, like right on one of your scales, and it deflects off. Like you feel basically nothing other than the fact that your hand is pushed down and you're not able to activate the magic scroll as Ricard slips into the back, like actor's dressing room area.
I slip right in after him.
I was going to say,
All right.
at this point, I have to jump down to try to rejoin.
So as you enter this area, you're met with just rows and rows and rows of mannequins. And the mannequins are all slightly like moving, like in their costumes, like depicting different parts of like the show. And there's like different like artists working on these like things to make sure that like the costumes all work as needed for the actors.
Oh no, this is creepy.
As you enter, you don't immediately see Ricard.
How low is the ceiling?
The ceiling is significantly lower here. It looks like there would be like a second floor. It looks like you're kind of into an actual like building-ish area. It's maybe about a 10-foot tall ceiling.
And does the ceiling have like, is it a low-hanging ceiling with like exposed like wood timbers?
Beams and whatnot.
No, there is a full ceiling as if like a floor is above.
Is anyone inside, or not? Or we just see mannequins? We can't see if anyone else.
It's mannequins and people working on the mannequins to make certain that the costumes that they're working on can do full range of motion.
Okay, I'm just a people part. Okay.
Yes, there are. I mean, just elves, dwarves, humans. It's a group effort.
Okay.
Everyone who works here, get out now!
Try to have them clear the room so that way they leave through the door that I'm hopefully standing in front of. Is there
Intimidation check?
Oh. Okay.
All right. All right.
All right. All right.
Go ahead, Lamayan. Go ahead, Lamayan.
Everyone's like startled and is just like, what in the? They see that you're roughly wearing some of like what the security's supposed to be wearing, and they clear out.
Do we?
do they
see
come
them as
through?
Yeah, I was going to
Do I
say how
see-
many.
The
How many
ones near
exits
you
are there?
The ones near you
Yeah.
clear out towards you. You do see that there must be an exit on the far side as well, though.
I try to go to the far side with the scroll in hand ready to like try and activate it and place it on like something that tries to clearly reach out and grab me or like attack me.
And so you're trying to make it across the room with haste.
I would like to use my acrobatics to try and like climb the mannequins and go from mannequin to mannequin to the other side.
Okay.
Because I
What
presume
is
they're
the rest-
bigger than I am.
Yes. And I mean, the mannequins do vary in size based on clearly who the role is for. So there are mannequins that are smaller than you. But in general, most of them are like human elf sized.
Gotcha.
So what's the rest of the party doing while Breakspear is attempting that?
We followed him into the room. Or... Actually, no. I'm going to stay outside of where he entered just to kind of monitor as everyone else is exiting through that doorway.
Okay. So you're standing watch over the door that the party has moved into?
Yes.
Okay. What's Orlenna and Jin doing? How are we approaching this?
So, if Jin comes up and sees Hedera already watching this side, Jin's gonna make his way through to the other side as fast as possible. That's because he just thinks it's smartest to try to leave now while there's people than it is to wait here. You know what I mean? If he was the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Orlenna, what are we doing?
I think I'm scanning to see, because I feel like we saw him, so we knew what he was wearing. Maybe he's still wearing the same thing. 'Cause
You did just
I
remember
can't
the
ask
costume
anybody. I can't
department,
ask
though.
anybody anything. But
Let's
I
get a
mean,
little
he
group
did
roll
look differently
going
than
here,
everybody
with
else,
the
too.
exception of Hedera. As Hedera is standing over the front doorway, you see two humans and an elf come out your side. None of them fit the build description or clothing. They also come out in a frantic kind of panic.
Okay.
But let's get a little group roll for the others.
14.
That could have been worse, I guess.
Good job, Jen. You're getting better.
Hey, look, we can't win them all.
So, Orlenna, you're scanning through all the different mannequins. Breakspear, you're like this will keep me above. I'll be able to see. This is a great idea. And as you jump from mannequin to mannequin, you realize it's a lot more annoying to do so since they're each moving in kind of unpredictable patterns. And you're like, oh no, okay, hold on, no. And it's slowing you down. However, Jin, you're just sprinting through the room. You're trying not to knock things over, but you knock a couple of the mannequins over on the way, and you make it first to the other side of the room, where there's a staircase going up. There's a door going out.
To the best of what I can tell, what is upstairs? Just more workspace?
You
Should be the
can't tell.
stage, right?
It's a staircase with a door at the top of it.
If I look back, how soon does it seem like someone else will get to where I am?
You would imagine Breakspear will be to your where you are currently in a matter of 5 to 8 seconds.
Okay. So Jin would yell back, Breakspear! Watch the exit! And he's gonna go up for the door.
Okie doke. Breakspear, would you go to the exit?
I would go to the exit and look out the exit to see if anybody's running away.
So you get to the exit, and let's do a sidebar.
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
All right.
You look out the exit, and you're not 100% sure because you see there are people running, but you also know that people ran towards to the backside of the room. There's one person that vaguely looks like they could fit the description.
Can I do a perception check to see if I notice anybody who's moving? I've been watching this man run this entire time, I presume. I'm trying to see if I see anybody who matches that running.
Again, you're looking, and you can justify it in your head. You're like, no. He would try to match the crowd, right? It's a panic. No, and you're in that. That's kind of where your thought is.
You said that I saw one that looks like him?
Yeah, one that the other. There's two dwarves, a very clear female elf, and then there's this one person here oh, that could be our guy.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna start chasing after that guy. I will attempt to yell back. He's running, but I'm gonna be more focused on catching up with that individual.
Let's get a roll here in the safety of our privacy about how well you yell back to the rest of the party.
Mm-hmm.
A good yell. Breakspear is yelling very well in this room. I don't know if it's the acoustics, but so yes, you will be able to communicate to the party when we return to them, which we will do now.
No, if it makes time go down, it'll...
And
He's making a run for it!
And Breakspear rips through the doorway.
I'm turning right around and going.
Oh,
Is he at my doorway or the other doorway?
The other doorway.
The other
So Breakspear and Jin, you two are the ones. Breakspear, you are ahead. Jin, you are not too far behind, as you were able to just like run down those stairs. Orlenna, would you like to like pick up speed and head that way?
Yes.
All right. And then Hedera, you're like, well, stood at the wrong door, and you start making your way.
Yep, well, I'll go ahead and, you know what I mean? Well, he didn't come out this way, so, yeah.
Like assuming he's right, we're gonna go that way.
And
How far
Breakspear,
ahead is he?
you're Breakspear, you're like, you didn't hesitate at all. He's maybe like 4 feet away from you. Jin, you're more like 11 to 13 feet away, and Orlenna, you're like making your way. You're trying to like get to the door to like catch up to the party, so you're not quite in like true line of sight of what's going on yet. So Breakspear,
How many
actions
people
fall
still
to you.
left?
I'm going to try and tackle him in acrobatics and like spin us both as we fall to the ground.
Okie doke. Let's see the acrobatics check.
Oh,
Hey.
You're able to kind of parkour your way up a little like set of like barrels, and you jump into the air, but it means that you need to roll off versus Ricard. Let's see it.
Let's see the roll off.
It's a roll
that's
off.
where I get bad.
The troll off.
Let's go.
The knife hand. Knife hand to the neck. Oh
Damn.
No.
no!
So done.
As he's running, and Jin, you're locked in behind him. You see, in like as you're watching it, it feels like you're watching the same thing that happened to you, where he's like in motion doing something, and then all of a sudden he just starts like unnaturally doing a new motion, and as Breakspear like collides onto his shoulder, he just turns himself into like a front roll, planting Breakspear as the landing point, rolling over Breakspear, and then back onto his feet, and just running. But it's like, you want to force an action?
Can I attempt with the scroll to touch it to his body to do whatever magical effect it's going to do?
Let's get a forced action. Let's see if you can lay a hand on Ricard.
Damn.
You're not able to touch him with the scroll, but it is, I mean, you're right there. Would you like to activate the scroll anyway?
Yeah.
Oh!
Calamity!
Oh!
Oh!
Yes!
That was close.
Breakspear almost had to become a new character.
Oh my
Adam was ready with the red light. I know he was.
Oh, we were about to lose him. We were so ready. Oh my god.
The scroll activates, and it is just a sonic clap of magical sound energy. Breakspear, Jin, let's get fort checks for the two of you, and then we will get one for Ricard.
my god.
No.
Why
Both
did
of
I-
you
Oh,
are like, your ears are just full on like, and you're trying to like walk, but even walking in a straight line is really difficult. And let's get a fort check for Ricard. See how he handled that.
gracefully, I'm
Hopefully
sure.
worse.
No.
Ugh.
11 is
Like a
okay.
champ.
He's very clearly staggered, and he's like trying to like pick himself up, but he was launched forward, slapped into a wall, and he's like trying to like get his bearings and like hobble down an alleyway. Orlenna, you were able during this to like, you don't hear exactly what happened other than like there's a loud just and you open, like you like come into the line of sight, and you're looking, there's like a little dust cloud going both Breakspear and Jin are like wet noodling across the ground. All of the windows and all the doors are open. The windows are all broken. People are screaming. Like the tent areas are like knocked over. Multiple bathroom stalls have fallen over sideways. And but you see Ricard on the far side of all of the chaos, hand against a wall, trying to slip down an alleyway. What would you do?
Oh my gosh, but there's still people running around and all that stuff in there.
There is
Oh,
pandemonium
God.
in the back streets.
I wouldn't normally. You know what? Oh gosh, and no one else is nearby me, are they? Like I'm the only party member there. No one's nearby.
Hedera is somewhere behind you. You're not 100% sure, and you do see Breakspear and Jin, maybe 15, 20 feet ahead of you, both of which are trying to, like, stand up and move and chase Ricard.
Well, I mean, I get. All I can do is keep trying to chase him. I feel like I can't shoot anything that way if there's people. I don't want to risk other people.
He's entering the alley. The window of opportunity.
I have to run in that direction. I can't. I won't risk hitting other people.
Okay.
With the arrows.
Jin and Breakspear, you watch as Orlenna sprints by you, heading towards the alleyway that he has just dipped into. Let's get another fort check for Jin and Breakspear, and Hedera, you'd be approaching the doorway on the other side of the mannequins.
Oh!
Okay,
Nice.
okay.
So
It's time to rally, boys!
the two of you, you're able to like stand up and like get your bearings enough that you're like moving forward, but you are far from like fully recovered. We will treat this as a temporary. 20s are going to be a forced double down, where when you roll a 20, you must immediately roll that dice again on a 1 through 10. It is very bad, or you lose your 20. On a 11 or higher, you maintain your 20. We're going to keep that going for a little bit here, as you're dazed and you're a bit staggered. Orlenna, however, you are able to get into to the alleyway where he is at the far side of it. He's staggering through. He's just like broken a door, and he's like trying to like move through it.
Okay. Oh gosh, he broke the door. But he's not through the door. He broke the door. He's trying to move through it. He's not through it.
Correct.
Okay. Honestly, I have to try to shoot him again. If I get it close, I don't know how much I can do. So, I'm sorry.
Let's see it.
Get him in the leg.
Let's start. Now this will be at a disadvantage for him, but let's first see a perception check for Ricard to see if he notices that he has a new assailant.
Oh
No, he seems unaware as you pull this arrow back. Where are we aiming?
I'm gonna say leg. In my mind, it's always been like a good calf.
All right, let's see the shot towards the calf.
Look, Jin's chasing. If Jin could see you, he'd be yelling, "Shoot him! Shoot his ass! Shoot him!"
Yes! Yes!
The arrow finds its way into his calf, and he definitely, it's not the reaction you expect, as it goes into his calves, and he's clearly like pained by it, but it like doesn't, like he just continues moving forward as he makes it through the doorway.
Who is this man?
What is he?
Okay.
At this point, Hedera, you have Jin and Breakspear, you're both like picking up speed to try to like catch up to the alley. Hedera, you've been able to catch up to those two while they've recovered and they're on their feet. They're like they both are kind of like serpentining as they run, which you're just kind of like, what in the world are these two doing?
Okay. I go ahead and just keep running.
Perfect.
Try to run by him.
Orlenna, would you go through the doorway?
I was going to say, I'm at least approaching the doorway. I don't know if I'm going through it, but I'm at least going to approach the door. Like, I'm going to head towards the doorway because that's the way he went through. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. I'm going to approach the door and I'm going to look through. But I think at the time, since I don't know where he's at, I still have to be ready with an arrow just in case. I wish I could like take the arrow and like dip it in a muffin. Is that weird? It's just like
Muffin bowl.
You just put some of the
with
glaze
these crazy
on the arrowhead.
muffins.
Some of the glaze on there.
Pretty much.
Muffin
Like,
arrow.
I'm gonna take some of the glaze from the muffin and put it on the arrowhead and be like,
It's straight to the
we're gonna
bloodstream.
slow him down one way or another.
You enter the room, like not fully, but you're like kind of like peeking into it. The rest of the party catches up behind you. You hear them coming down like the alleyway, and you see in the corner of the room, it's Ricard. He's staring into the corner with his back to you, his arms slightly out, like he's like waiting. The arrow still in his calf.
Can I like legitimately do what I said? Can I do that?
Sure.
Because he said the glaze was the extract.
Always welcome to try.
Not
Oh
like
no.
I really want to take some of the glaze and like somehow put it on my arrow and try to shoot him in the other
Instead
leg.
of it being a poison tip arrow, it is a
Shoot the
hallucinogenic.
other leg.
You grab,
other leg.
one of your arrows, you wipe it across the top of one of your muffins, and you see the glaze like on the arrow tip. And let's see that roll. Do you hit Ricard?
Shining.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
That was almost. A 20.
And it was almost a 20.
Through Ricard's other leg, and he just stands there.
He's gonna
Doesn't
stand there,
even
but
move.
it's okay. So everyone else is still coming, right?
Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, the party has made it to the doorway, and Ricard's just standing
Is-
there.
Can I tell if there's any other way out of the room? Because I'm assuming I don't know if it's dark in there or not.
It's decently well lit. There's definitely other ways that Ricard could have gone, but he's just
Okay.
standing there looking in the corner.
Okay. So everyone else
Eye
is
of the
approaching.
kite right now.
What's up, y'all?
He is
So we
high.
just get there. He's just standing there, menacingly,
Yep,
with his back to us.
yep.
Can I get a
menacingly with his
some-
back to us.
some kind of
Gonna-
insight on this man's state of being right now?
Roll.
Can I do an aura check? With him?
Yes. So let's get Jin's check first, and then we'll go to Hedera's.
Hey, that's a good one.
Hey!
That's not the
Alright,
bad one.
That's the good one. That is the good one.
Simultaneously, as Hedera, I don't need you to roll for this.
Okay.
Jin, you walk in, you examine him, you're keying in, and you immediately can tell. You're like that's not him. What? Like that? You just like the stance is wrong, the foot posture, the height slightly different. Like immediately you
Is
can
it a
tell. And then
mannequin?
Hedera, you turn on your aura sight, and there is zero aura to be found.
It's a mannequin.
It's a mannequin. He's not even real. Oh, where did he go? Where'd he go?
He must have went out one of the other doors.
Can I
Jin's
like
just gonna
aura
run
sense
outside and start
around
looking
the
around.
room? I'm gonna
Jin's
aura
just
sense
running
the room.
outside, just looking around.
Is he going? Go out the other door, Jin.
Jin's gonna try to go.
So Hedera, first for you, as you like look for auras, there's no aura that stands out except for like citizens or not citizens, but like workers and stuff like that in the area that are confused by the fact that their peaceful day at work was just interrupted by a large sonic boom. You also would notice that there was like chaos and broken windows and smashed open doors when you exited the mannequins like area, like the workshop. Jin, as you like You hop out, you hop up like the side walls of like the alley, so you're on like a slightly raised platform and you're looking around. It's just you see nothing. You see people, like some people that are out of the range of the commotion just working, people recovering from the commotion, and you do see the security team of this area making its way over towards your direction.
Like directly to me or to where everyone is on the ground?
Like to where to like the sound of the commotion.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Jin's staying up here for a bit, just looking around. Actually, I guess from the roof, I want to make my way back to the workshop.
Okay. So Jin is heading
From
back towards
above.
the workshop. What is the rest of the party doing?
That honestly, that may be smart because I feel like
Gone.
the security that's supposed to be there might not like us.
Yeah. We've kind of like.
I'm just trying to figure out
left
if I should
the
go
stage
out
area.
the way I came or out the other door. I don't think it matters. I'm gonna go.
Breakspear is going to circle back to the workshop.
Okay. So Jin Breakspear heading towards the workshop. Hedera.
I want to kind of look around the area where.
But security's coming. Security's coming.
Well, aren't we part of security too?
Not for that area.
Okay, fine. Never mind. I guess I will.
We're not supposed to be here. He said that.
Fine. Never mind. Okay. I guess I will make my way back, but I will be. I don't know. I guess like kind of sending out my little aura feelers as we go back.
Like, yeah, we gotta go back. We have to get out of here. Going back.
So one of the things, as you're kind of like feeling the environment around you, Hedera, one thing you would note that the Ricard couldn't have been a mannequin the whole time for sure, as you know that the counterspell would have knocked out any sort of like magical hold that something like that would have had over it. So there must have been a switch at some point in the workshop. Is the party attempting to avoid the other security team?
I don't think that Jin is actively trying, but he is going to just stay on the rooftop and make his way from up there. So it's not something on his mind, but he is just straightforwardly going to the workshop from the roof.
I think
Okay.
I'm avoiding them.
You would be what?
I
Avoiding
feel like
them?
I would try. Yeah.
Okay. Breakspear, Hedera.
I don't think I'm actively trying to avoid them. I'm still just confused as to what happened with Ricard. So I'm still kind of just like trying to keep my senses aware of the surroundings, I guess.
Breakspear is going to go back to the point where he and Ricard tussled and try and see where else he could have gone. Like any other avenue that he could have tried to escape from.
Perfect. So, Jin, as you make it your way, would you go back inside the warehouse?
Yeah, he's going to go in to try to get to that door he was going to walk through earlier.
As you walk in, there is a mannequin like that has clearly been moved to the to near the doorway. So as you like walk in, it's right there, and the mannequin just goes.
Oh.
And it's dressed as Ricard.
I want to search this mannequin. See if there's anything that accidentally got left on it.
The only thing that that's on the the mannequin is there's like a little note in one of the pockets.
Jin looks at the note, I guess.
And The note reads, so I see you have what should have been my entry ticket. You can go ahead and keep it, because I'm assuming you couldn't afford it otherwise. We'll settle our score the real way. See you when the festival opens.
Ugh.
Oh, okay.
He's calling you out.
Jin's mad. Jin's trying to restrain himself from just eating the note.
Why would you just eat it?
Just so mad. Just.
He hasn't used meat flavored paper.
Flavored paper.
When the anger
Flavored paper.
comes through, you don't need the delicious taste to motivate.
Who needs the taste of meat when you're furious?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
The anger will feel.
The other security team has arrived. Orlenna, you're able to kind of like slip aside, and like they like troop past you as they're like kind of moving. Breakspear, you're the first that they would encounter as you're kind of like in that spot where you tussled.
Can they ease? Is there like a badge that I'm wearing that shows like I'm part of the security?
You're more color coded than like official badges or stuff. But like at a glance, someone would go like your security.
Did you guys hear that?
The group,
What the hell's going on?
Like troops up to you, and they are definitely an odd sort. It's like a person in a duster with like a firearm of some sort like on his belt. Another guy like short on his like quick on his heels behind him. And the rest of the group is like a small, like gnome-ish person, and that's the party of three.
You guys hear that too? The hell was that?
That's why we're here. What are you doing in our zone?
I heard it from across the.
Oh.
Uh-oh. He's gone. Oh no.
You're just gonna stop talking mid-sentence? No.
Oh, he's back.
Hey, he's back.
Sorry.
He just turned into a statue for a second. It's fine.
I heard it from across the way. What was I supposed to do? Not come and check it out?
I don't know. It seems like you're kind of way far away from the area you're supposed to be, says the gnome.
Fine. Next time shit happens in your sector, I'm gonna fuck off.
And I walk off.
Oh.
Honestly, with his attitude, I'm kind of okay with it. Yeah, me too.
Smooth.
And they begin kind of like going to different people and kind of like making sure no one's hurt, injured, etc.
All right. Wow.
Anything that the party would look to do in this area, as it's also very clear that just like Ambervale guards are also on their way to this area.
I feel like
Let's skedaddle.
Jin's trying to acquire all information possible from this mannequin. So he's out here. She's smelling
You're
this
questioning
mannequin.
a
Right now,
mannequin?
Trying to make sure. Trying to see, is there a distinct smell? I gotta identify this man. He out here doing some wild stuff.
Let's
you know where
roll
he'll
for
be. He's challenged you.
just something jumping out at Jin.
You should take the mannequin's clothes.
Oh.
Oh no.
Roll a 4.
Well.
No. you're just like you're tearing through, like you end up tearing like the mannequin itself open a little bit, and like the stuffing, and like as like the seal is broken, the mannequin just stops.
Oh. Well, I learned nothing. I'm just gonna go back and do my training now. Jin's. He's. I got some preparations to do.
Jin's
So
done with this.
Breakspear, Jin, both heading back to your area. Hedera, Orlenna?
Yeah, I guess I'll just head back.
Heading back.
I was gonna
Orlenna?
say if. Oh
Well,
man.
hmm.
No, I was gonna say.
Oh.
So if they're headed this way, does that mean they're no longer in the room?
No, they'd be heading back through the other side of the room to the stage, back to B stage, and from B stage, that's where you go back to kind of your area.
Okay.
Hmm.
I was debating going back, but we can leave.
So the party
'Cause I was
heads
trying to avoid
back.
them, so we're leaving.
Yeah.
The party heads back to their domicile, back to their bunks, with the day thoroughly over, feeling like Ricard was just that close. Things had just gone a little differently.
Defeated.
But alas, the mystery continues as who is, what is, and what's going on are all still up in the air. But this is something to be explored on another session of Cinematic Epic. For today, we are done, and our story will take its rest. And to everyone who has stuck through, watched, whether you're watching live or you're watching later, and where it's all said and done, we thank and appreciate you stopping by, and hope you stop by for our next session of Cinematic Epic Overture of a New Age. Thanks, and have an absolutely wonderful evening.
Have a nice night.
Bye bye.
Tree.